Hello and welcome to Night Fight number 5. That's right, folks. We're here. We've got Drukhari versus Nurgle, and I am Skari, your grateful host. We are playing ITC Mission 3, and we've got Jason on Nurgle and Tori on the Drukhari. Anybody who's watching on Twitch can find the army lists down in the Twitch panels. They are also posted on the Patreon page for anybody watching on YouTube. If anybody during the stream asks, where are the army lists? Now you know, so help out and tell them where to find it. They're currently, oh great, the funky deployment, eh? Couldn't have been a normal one. No, of course not.
Well, for me, I hate this one.
Okay, so we've got Vanguard Strike Deployment, which means that I can change this deployment image. But welcome, everybody. Thanks all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. We've got a mic on the players as well. So whenever we go to the actual players, it's actually these corners. That one and that one. For Vanguard?
No, it's Pointy Dawn of War.
Oh, Pointy Dawn of War. Oh, so Frontline Assault. Okay, never mind. I'm just being silly. Don't mind me. I don't know how to play this game at all. Welcome. I should get a bell that goes like ding, 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 so that we can get this party started. Good evening, Sharonan, John, Odick, Batson, hello, Anub, hey, Matt. I want to say Anubis. Matt, Fatal Hit, Brian R, hello, 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 Jackson Westland, Night Fight. Matt's rooting for Nurgle. Matt says, go Nurgle. And everybody's excited about that. Hello, Prime Vino. What's going on, folks? We've got about 3 hours of sitting here watching some competitive 40K happening. So, the list themselves are really interesting. Tori's playing a very interesting Drukhari list that is essentially a battalion of Prophets of Flesh with Urian Rakath and a Homunculus, 3 units of Grotesques. So 3 units of Grotesques. And then 3 units of Racks, 4 units of Racks and Venoms. So they're like objective holders and stuff. And then he's got the detachment with the Archon, with Ravagers, Razorwings, and all the Venoms, which is kind of cool. Open war deck shenanigans, says Sharonan. Yeah, that definitely happens. Hello, Holla. Oh, Evan. Anubis. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Evan. I thought you were Matt for a second there. Okay, only 20 grotesques. It's like he's not even trying, says Archon Win. He is definitely trying. What are you talking about? Have you tried playing with 20 grotesques? I certainly haven't. I've only ever played with 8. I only own 8. So I might have to make more now. There was an army in Europe this week that got, that actually did... that had 21 in there, and I actually told Tori, I was like, you only have 21 in yours, you know, so sucks to be you. So I'm gonna show off this little feature over here. Hopefully it is working. Yeah, it is working. That's right. We can take a look at Tori's army. It looks really sexy. That's right, sexy, and he's also shaking his bum for you. And then that's the table from this angle over here. And then Jason's Morty and other stuff is on that table over there. So we'll come back when you guys can see all that stuff. Oh, yeah. That's really exciting. Tori's on. Archon Prankster says, hello, Tori. Archon Prankster. From... He doesn't remember who you are, Prankster. That's how much he cares. He's from the Patrons. Prankster from Patreon. Jackson Westland, Coven Heavy, eh? Should be interesting with those sexy looking armies. Yeah, very sexy. If you think Nurgle is sexy, which means you're crazy. Other than that, Fatal Hit, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. So what secondaries do we have from the players? So we've got Jason. So Jason and Tori. So you've got Gangbusters, Big Game Hunter, which does make sense. And Gangbusters also makes sense because he has a ton of grotesques. That's like an easy 4 points because he has so many grotesques. Tori, what are your secondaries so far?
He's taking Kingslayer on Mortarion, and he's debating whether or not to take Big Game.
So there's Kingslayer
I have
on Morty.
6.
Kingslayer on Morty. That's exciting. So Kingslayer is a good one on Morty because Morty is like usually right in your face and you have to deal with him at some point. Big Game Hunter is another secondary objective that's good against Tori because he has the 3 Ravages and the 2 Planes. And Jason this time has the Dreadnoughts that can usually take care of flyers. So, oh, that's okay. Fatal hit, no problem. Night Fight, says Shadizo. That's right, it's Night Fight. Night Fight 5. And then we're going to have all the winners of Night Fight facing off against each other. It's going to be a mega battle. It's going to be fun. Now, mission 3 is actually benefits both armies because both of these armies like to get up into that middle section of the board. As you can see, the objectives are like concentrated in sort of like that middle diamond formation in the middle of the table, which means if you get into that middle of the table, you can control a lot of the objectives. But things like Plague Bearers, Grotesques, all that stuff is really going to benefit a lot from getting into that zone. Hey, Jim Vessel, what's going on all the way from Vancouver? If you are in Vancouver, unless you're, you know, I'll see you at ATC this weekend. I'm super excited to go to ATC this weekend. It's really fun. Definitely check us out, Jim. The party's on Twitch, though, so head over to Twitch, Jim. And, oh my god, so many grotesques. Yes, lots and lots of grotesques. Hey, Shane! Shane says hi, too. Not in here, no. Because
I'll try recon.
the window's over there.
Sick.
Yeah. Okay.
Teamwork.
Yeah. Teamwork will make your dream work.
Alright, so we both got recon.
How do I feel about turkey? Delicious. You both took recon.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was your second one?
So I have Gangbusters, Big Game, and recon.
Yeah. Gangbusters, Big Game, recon
Tori's
against Tori.
Kingslayer, Mortarion,
Yep.
recon, and then he marked
Marked.
my
Okay.
3 dreads and
3 dreads.
Tim's Plague Bearers, which are the guys
And
with blue bases.
Plague Bearers. Okay. Okay, perfect. So we have secondaries set. This is alternating deployment. Tori gonna lose, says Kevin.
Sounds about right.
What's up, Kevin? And now we have all this, all the shit talking is starting. Sharonan says, "Thank you, Jim Vessel, for being inspiring." Because Jim is inspiring. He has a part in our hearts. He's exciting. We love Jim. Jim is awesome. He's the king of the North, taking down all these American
He's pretty much like Kylie.
people who
except for
think they know how to play. Except for who? TJ Lanigan. Shots fired. Shots fired. This is what you come for, a night fight. It's the banter and the craziness. Now, this is alternating deployment, so the guys are going to go back and forth. They have an hour and 30 minutes on the clock. Who determined zones?
I did, so he's
Okay, so
right here.
put the clock on.
Where's the clock?
Right here?
I can't see it.
You can't, no. So it's cameraed. So put it up to you. So click it, and then click press play, and then click it back to Jason. There you go.
Okay.
Boom. So we're on the clock now, folks. 3 hours and counting. Deployment begins. John says, hooray, banter. Yes. Black screen on Twitch for me. Interesting. Because it seems to be working fine.
That's stupid, Tori.
Seems to be working fine. Now, of course, as we go back and forth, I'm going to go to the players, and the players are going to discuss, you know, what they've been doing and stuff like that. Archon Win says, my bet is on Drukhari because I'm an insatiable fanboy.
You tell him. Take a long walk up a short bridge.
Bacon Couch 91. Heard a dude won a GT recently using a 3D printed bright green set of Caladius grav tanks on cardboard bases. Weird or what? Not weird. What are you doing? You wait till he's deployed his stuff, Tori. You know better.
I learned this from you. Don't you cheat?
You know better. Oh yeah, I was just waiting. Just back
Fine,
and forth.
hold on. No.
You had just hovers. Just hovers.
Damn it, I need movement trays.
You do need movement trays. It's one of those things if you have movement trays. Don't worry, Tori, says Shadizo. Easy win for the Dark City. Archon Prankster says no bias. Yeah, that's good. It's on him. Let him click his own. Let him waste his own time if he's gonna be thinking. Yeah, yeah. Maybe Drukhari will go first, or maybe they'll hide real good. Yeah, hiding is good, definitely good. Kevin says he just finished building 3 Caladius grab tanks. Yeah, that happens. You know what? Okay, so let's go to the players and let's listen to some banter over here.
Cheeky monkey. Oh, look at that.
I called an audible at the last minute.
Here's Brady. Motherfucker. Where you going?
Big guy.
Where you going? Come on, let's shake and bake.
Question from Simon: is the Nurgle army playing any purge? Yes. The Nurgle army has a purge detachment of dreadnoughts and dreadnoughts. They shoot a lot. Wait, what are you doing? Touching your razor wing after you click the clock. We're gonna give Tori a lot of grief. It's gonna be fun. Make sure that all your wings are in your deployment zone are on the board. Just so you know, you're getting judged by the entire internet here. you're yeah. The player's audio is much louder than yours, Skari. Oh, okay. Okay, let's try that. Let me just know when the levels are about the same.
Huh? How far can return?
12.
But then you can send
And
them.
I can warp time them, go another 12.
And then
In charge.
and advance in charge.
Yes, apparently we decided to put out a memo that said we should all wear red today.
I'm just
Yeah, I know.
Shameless plug over
Shameless plug.
You wanna
Check
get
out
your
Boss
shirt, hit me up.
Supplements in Mississauga.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah, Boss Supplements in Mississauga. That's Tori for you. So loud. Had it last time too. Well, okay, fine. I'll try and turn their down a little bit as well. Hi everyone, missed the last week's game, but was the chess clock in use last time? Or was this the first night? No, the chess clock was in use last game as well. Last time. Much better now. Awesome. Awesome. I'm just checking it. Like, to be honest, there's 2 mics. So I have the mics on top of the players, which is on top of them where you can hear them if they're talking, and then this mic here, which is me, so that you can do that. Mortarion gonna bad touch Grots.
I hope so.
Says Jim. Trying to see if I should bring Chaos Knights. Jim, Chaos Knights are baller. They have so much cool stuff. They have Chaos Knights. They're so good. They're like, I just hope that the addition of Chaos Knights like destroys the Alatok meta. Just dead. Get them out of here. I hate Eldar flyers with like a passion. Lavish Inferno, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Go Nurgle, says Simon McRae. He's scrubbing resin on 3 purged Derrideos right now.
I feel your pain, dude. I had never been so frustrated putting a model together when I was putting that stupid fucking dreadnought together. Oops. Dreadnought. Sorry.
This is a family show.
I apologize. That might happen a couple times.
Yeah, so what is this?
Then again, we also have
That
Tori,
is-
so this is a not safe for work environment. Yulara Azormar, you're amazing, Skari. Love your videos. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching the videos and actually commenting and sharing and liking the stuff. I'm glad you're entertained. Are you entertained? I hope you are. This is the whole point, is to sit down for 3 hours, watch some people play 40k. It's going to be very entertaining. Make sure to wash the resin, says Jim. Yes, I just did 3 dreads. Yeah, absolutely. Archon Win says, Chaos Knights are super adaptable. They can sideboard vows, warlord traits, relics. Exactly. You just pick them from game to game. This whole, like, them fighting over the clock to put stuff down is the funniest thing I've seen today. They've got...
the clock in a minute.
I know. I thought it was casual. I'm racing with the clock.
The only reason we have the clock, folks, is so that the stream doesn't go for 6 hours of banter.
Fair enough. My wife asked me when I get home, I'm like, well, between midnight and 3? I don't know.
So now you know you're going to be done in an hour and 45 minutes or whatever. By the way, I really like your video on D6 today, says Shadizo. Yes, I did a collaborative video again with D6 Evolution, and we talked about picking ITC secondaries, which was a very interesting video. So make sure you head on over to that and watch it. Vilka, Fenrica, Iconoclast double shooty knights that get ton of dancing feet attacks are terrifying. Yes, definitely. Super terrifying with the Relic of Ignore modifiers to hit, and either the double battle cannon or the double Gatling cannon. I think that's going to be a standard, as well as their rocket pod that they get to. Stitch 1020 says, loving this already. Archon Win is gap filling a forged avatar of Cain. Seriously, says Keywordager, says, the clock is clutch. For a moment there, I misread that. Just started playing Drukhari, actually. Just bought 6 Venoms and plan on 2 more, says Yalara. Yes, more Venoms. More Venoms. Wah, 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 wah. Important safety note. Apparently, super glue reacts poorly with under armor. Interesting. Why are you super gluing stuff in your under armor? Archon Win had to fail on each Calidus. Hate green stuff. Why are you being racist towards green stuff? Okay, cool. What else do you have left to deploy?
I got Mortaria, Nurglings, and a Sorcerer.
Very cool. I like it. I like it. Hold on. So let's put it back on the players for some banter.
Come on, fat boy.
Morty,
Okay, so then we move this out of your way so you don't like knock it over and like hurt someone.
Okay, Morty, where you going, boss? I don't think I can hide him anywhere because you're gonna be able to see him.
Yeah, because you can hide a giant winged monster.
Well, I thought that maybe the building might help me a bit here, but I don't think.
Cool. There's some butts for candy and nuts. We'd all have a happy day. What a great.
You're gonna be able to see him no matter what.
Okay, so let's go back to the non-banter banter.
I didn't even say that.
Okay, let's go back
Make
here.
sure your kids are in bed, everybody.
Okay, so now we're going to the mobile cam. Mobile cam. It's a new addition to the night fight, or fight night. Haha, see what I did there? And then we've got Rodigus over there. We've got some Dreadnoughts hiding. We got some Plague Bears and stuff. Okay, I need to get a longer cable for this. You can kind of see the Nurgle deployment. There's Morty standing on a big crate. And he's got that there. And he's got this here. There you go. Oh shit, I didn't need to record that at all. Oh no! Oh no, what am I doing here? Okay, there we go. Ah! Aha! Got warm, took off the flannel. Well, that happens. Ravagers and Talos in a spearhead with Cabal Battalion. Ravagers in a spearhead. Talos in a battalion. With a Homunculus battalion. All the lists are on the Twitch description thingy. So how many command points do you have, Tori?
He has 7. I just spent one of the Deep Strike Nurglings because I'm a coward.
You can't get any back in from him.
Right,
So I got 8 now.
Yeah, yeah. So, but you rolled for your Prophets of Flesh thing?
Yeah, I just broke even.
So you have 8.
Yeah.
You didn't deploy. You haven't used any. Okay,
No.
cool.
So you have 8, not 7?
8. Yeah.
So we both have 8 now.
So we both have 8. Okay, perfect. So Jason and Tori both have 8 command points.
I'm done. So the Homunculus gives +1 toughness.
+1 toughness. Urian gives +1 toughness, strength, and leadership.
I don't need to worry about that douche.
Yeah.
Just +1 toughness. Yeah. The Homunculus, yeah. It makes them all toughness 6, which is really fun. Not the best for every application, but it fills in the lines pretty good. Yeah, I used to use... see, we found a use for whippy sticks on the channel as well, which is really fun, where you have, like, the little red whippy sticks. And, of course, Tori's still deploying here. He's got... yeah, he's still got some stuff deploying.
So how does this?
So you roll, no, as in roll. It's on your turn because you're deploying. When you're done deploying, roll a dice and then pass the clock over to him. Then he rolls or whatever.
So you won.
You won. Do you want to go first or second? Let him pick by picking his. Yeah, give him the clock.
I'll go first.
You'll want to go first?
Where are these guys? Are they not on the table?
They're in the Venoms.
Oh, the Venoms.
Yeah. He has Rax Envenoms rather than Cablites Envenoms. Very interesting. Kevin says, oh, he's snuffing the handshake. What is this? Oh, handshake. Okay, guys, let's see a clean fight. No kicking, scraping, punching, biting. No shitty sportsmanship on stream. When the camera's on, Todd, anything's allowed. But if the camera's on, no, I'm just kidding. Nice clean fight here, folks. Let's do it. Thanks for the follow. Polymath Mike. Polymath Mike. That's a cool name, Polymath Mike. Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. Use 3 CP Webway 2 units. So, he wants to get Morty up as quickly as possible and get those Plague Bearers into position. He has decided to take first turn to try and do some damage with his Dreadnoughts, I'm assuming, on some of the flyers, and to buff his Plague Bearers. Primaris Powerhouse, Rob, what's going on? Welcome. So, if you guys want to narrate what you're doing as you're doing it, I'll put the
The Plague Bearers are going 8 inches. Just trying to push out a bit.
That's what she said. What? Huh?
I should get a big censored sign. Just be like,
The whole night fight's gonna be like beep beep beep.
It is night fight for a reason.
It is night.
The kids should be asleep. This is when adults get to play, okay? Hey, if it's late enough for soft core, I think it's late enough for me to
This
say
is
yeah.
40k MX. Or
You do
whatever.
have unfiltered on here, okay? Shameless plug, 40k unfiltered, follow us.
Yeah, make sure you check them out. Good podcast for 40k random stuff, as well as good banter. And if anybody finds Jeff, let us know. He has disappeared. So you have been warned. Today's stream will have some language issues. I hope I don't get demonetized by YouTube.
No, you won't.
If it's
I've seen people get
I know.
on YouTube.
that is very true.
Just don't play music.
Yeah. Just out on a team. Hopefully it sticks out until October. Nice. Primaris, you have a team for the Sudbury team event, which is pretty awesome. Working a dream team to make us custom MDF standardized terrain. Nice. That's awesome. Picking up the prototype at TGX. So for the team event, you're going to have standardized terrain. That is going to be amazing. I love standardized terrain for the event. It's one of the reasons like the board is set up. It's very, very mirrored, very standard. So you can kind of pick a variety of different things to do. So just so you know, this is ITC format. So you have kill one, hold one, kill more, hold more at the end of every game turn. And then to remind everybody what the secondaries are, Jason has picked Big Game Hunter because he can kill Ravagers and Planes. He has picked Gangbusters because he can get wounds off of Grotesques rather easily. And he's taken Recon as well to try and get points for Recon, which should be easy enough since he's got Plague Bearers and can get into like every table quarter. He also has Tori in secondaries has taken Kingslayer on Morty. He has taken Marked for Death on the 3 Dreadnoughts and the Plague Bearer unit with the orange bases, or the one of the bases, the blue bases. Blue bases have been Marked for Death, and Recon as well, because after all, he is playing Dark Eldar, which, if he didn't take Recon, I would be rather impressed. If I was on, you should be good. Tori might have me beat, says Evan, in terms of language. Jesse McMacken, Skari, your videos help me a lot. I love your witch lists. Nice. My witch lists are awesome. I have a present for you, by the way, Tori. Up there, by my Tantalus, that little baggie, that's for you. Drugs. They are drugs.
They are
For witches. Yeah, combat drugs. They're tokens from Hammerhead Games for doing combat drugs. Because I know you've been painting some witches. Yeah. So yeah, 60 over here. Going on 80.
Are you actually just
I have 60.
That is a
Yeah. I run them at Apocalypse now because they're great.
So how does Apocalypse?
It's so much fun. Apocalypse is really fun.
Is it?
We'll explain more when I'll talk about it more. But it's really, really entertaining. Apocalypse is great. Raul Tomas says, "What's up, Skari? Glad to see Coven on the channel." Nice. That's right, Coven. Hey, you ask, I listen, and Tori gets to play. Shadizo says, "Yep, got my tokens last night." Nice. There you go, Shadizo. It's exciting. Tokens are fantastic from Hammerhead Games. Those little drug tokens. They're very, very useful when you're running witches, so you don't get all confused about which drug is what. You just put a little token right next to them. Okay, Jason, let us know what you're doing here.
They got in my basement, and there's areas that I'm not where I live that are not.
Yeah, I'm gonna. If you guys just want to make sure that you narrate what you're doing, I'm gonna get glasses of water.
I would love some.
Excellent. All right, I believe that is my movement phase.
Oh, you're gonna cast some magic?
I'm gonna cast some magic.
Rather than 24, because then on a 4.
Who has that? Who has that power?
Dude, we're right here. This guy. Because I have a homunculus and I have a homunculus. Okay. I don't know where you're. It's because I'm using your hand.
I don't really need to cast a lot. I'm gonna cast.
So I got that, and then I got the deny mask.
So what I'm gonna do is Rodicus is gonna cast Miasma of Pestilence on himself.
Ooh. Okay.
Minus one hit. Need a
There you
6.
go.
Roll a 7. Somebody takes a mortal wound.
Okay.
I roll.
Cool.
I roll
Mortal
an 8.
wound.
So the closest dude takes a mortal wound.
Okay. Takes one.
And he is miasma'd. I don't think smites are going to do anything because you're too far away. Out.
Oh yeah.
Out.
Definitely out.
Yep. So nothing's really going to do anything going forward. Do I need to cast? I don't think you can. You can't charge me with these dudes, right? They're too far away.
I wish.
All right, so I'm not going to worry about it. Shooting phase.
Oh, that's what it looks like.
I was just taking a look at it. That's
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with, we're going to go this way. So we're starting with, oh, so who got wounded over here, sorry?
Right here, this squad.
The squad. They are purged, marked. My first contemptor, this dude here, is shooting a Ravager.
Okay.
So it's 8 shots. I hit on 2. Okay. 1 miss. And your toughness 6. 7.
6.
Alright, so wounding on 3s. You have 5 saves at -1.
Oh, you go over here.
Yeah.
So I'll make 2.
So you take 6 damage.
Okay.
And now that Ravager,
Make 1, so I'll take 5 wounds.
Yeah, he is purged thing, so this dude gets to reroll everything against him. Second guy's doing the same thing.
Okay.
So 2 is rerolling,
5 was that 5 left.
and 3. So all of them hit.
What is that?
And we got 6 saves, please. -1.
3.
So 6 more damage.
6, so you got it.
You did. Blow up.
Nope.
Cool.
And a round.
Yay, big game.
For a big
killed
game
something.
of Blood.
Who would have thought?
And
Ah.
this did something as well.
So,
Considering some of those dragons doing
36.
A lot of damage. So the 2 contemptors are on that one. So
All right, so my Daredaro is putting everything into
then we have
that Ravager.
The Daredevil on the field flank, kind of holding up that last flank. So Venom's weak, drugs are life.
Move into that.
Take drugs.
Is it?
Yep.
Should.
Okay.
But you should do drugs.
All right, so Butcher Cannon array.
And what's he hit on?
2s.
Oh,
Oh, 3s. 3s.
3. So I'll spend 1. I'll spend 2 CP to lightning fast it.
Okay, 2.
Yeah.
like this. Can you hear me
That's
now?
one.
All right, ready?
Yep. So heading on.
I
Four.
did. Okay, well.
1 hit, 2 hits. That's not good.
Now can you hear me okay?
3s.
Maybe it doesn't let me have
one
like
save,
double things.
Good.
Yeah, the mic's on the
Is
players.
bolters.
I knew. I was trying to like get you guys to listen to both me and the players at the same time.
4 hits. And then 5.
I have already.
Nothing. And then his Havoc Launcher does 3, 5, 7
So
shots.
you can hear me now? Yes, yes,
Fours.
yes. Good. Maybe I just need to like increase the
And,
thing on my. Maybe is there a filter on this? No, there's no filter on this. So maybe it's just the fact that it's a little. Okay, perfect. So we've got. How many did you take?
This one took 1. He's got 9 left.
and he spent 2 command points.
Yep. The lightning facets to make him.
Oh, you made -1 to hit. Okay, so the Ravager stayed still. So now you've got. You have 6 CPs.
I needed to because I couldn't double tap it, and I was just
Yeah.
like, that was not near my bubble.
Makes sense. So you basically spent 2 CPs. You are too quiet. You need to increase your volume or decrease theirs. Oh, okay. So if I were to do
That's gonna be my shooting.
something
No assault.
You know
like
what?
this,
Everyone can't be happy, people.
that is true. Just let me know if you can hear me. You can hear me like with them. I just don't want there to be an echo. Is like my biggest thing. So if you can hear me and you can hear them, let me know if that's okay. If that works, give me like a thumbs up. Mixing an Ari and Witch Cult is fantastic, says Jesse. And you can take Lilith in her own detachment. Yeah. It's actually really fun. Mixing them up. You're good? Awesome. Really excited. So now you can hear the players kind of chat and me, which is part of this whole process they're trying to do. Skari, have you seen the Chaos Ogrins? I'm thinking of getting them to do a grotesque conversion. Yeah, the ones from Blackstone Fortress. Very minor echo. It's only one that comes out, but if you want to buy a bunch of them to like make some cool conversions, you know, all the power to you. Right?
We can take these away because I don't. Sorry.
I decided that.
Because I don't assume you're gonna get into combat with me, right? So it's not gonna matter until.
Okay, so the turn carried over now. Turn carried over. Yeah. So now we're going in. It is the bottom of battle of turn 1, and it is now the Drukhari's player's turn. We had 1 kill from Jason and recon.
Not yet.
Not a recon this turn. Okay, so not a recon this turn, but but there's definitely a lot of action happening. Ooh, hey, thanks a lot, Rob, for the bits. Rob just cheered. He said, "Go, Jason bits." You know, if you don't put a comma in there, it says "Go, Jason bits."
Hey, if you give Riven some money, I show him
What's his save?
he has a 5-up, but I can boost it to a 4-up in both for 2 command points.
Oh, it's just a normal. Like
Yeah.
he's got no
Also,
save.
Tory bits.
No, just invol and then
Yes.
steal.
Thanks for the bits, Rob. Really appreciate it. Go Tory bits. Go Jason bits. I like it. That's always
He is -1.
the most exciting time.
Just let you know.
Which is the Plaguebearer unit that's buffed?
They're not buffed. I buffed Rodigus.
Oh, so he doesn't get
And I
nuked.
hit Mori like a bitch. And I killed that guy, so less Ravager fire. I don't think he can shoot Mortarion, maybe, unless he might be able to.
Well, yeah, I haven't even moved him 14 yet. Come here, talking dog. I need to kill him.
Hi, Frosty Lace. I am well, thank you.
You got choices to make.
I hope you are well too, Frosty Lace. Stitch says roasting the people who are cheering.
Can he make himself better?
Hey, cheers all around.
No,
Eventually, we'll have a cool
mine's
dynamic where
but I
you can
shield him with
we'll have a cool dynamic where you can cheer and give people rerolls and stuff. It'll be like a fun sort of thing as well. More Drukhari, says E. Marcelo. Poison.
One-time period.
Oh yeah, more Drukhari. So we definitely have stuff happening, which is super exciting. Thanks a lot for everybody tuning in. If you're just lurking and not participating in the conversation, that's cool too. Let us know what you're doing. I'm going to go to the travel cam here. Travel cam! It's actually one of my coolest new features that I find in the battle reports thing. You got the travel cam, so I can kind of like get up and do like a quick little thing. You kind of see the movement here. We've got Morty there. We've got a Derodeo Dreadnought right in the corner there. We've got the 2 Contempted Dreadnoughts back here with some Nurglings. And we have 2 units of Plague Bearers with a bunch of characters behind those Plague Bearers. There's nothing in Deep Strike Reserve or anything like that. The Nurglings are in Deep Strike Reserve to get a quick, cheeky recon. And then on this side, we've got, on this flank, we have a unit of Grotesque, a couple of Venoms, Homunculus, and a Razorwing Jet Fighter. Towards the middle there, there's most of the block. That's 2 units of Grotesques, and then another Venom, the 2 Ravagers, another Razorwing over there, and then another Venom over there, filled with guys. As you can see here, being very meticulous with this movement, just getting up and around as well. It's probably one of the most exciting parts of playing the game is kind of looking at how people move and maneuver and get their stuff done as well. But working from home, says Scott. Hello, Scott. What's going on, Scott? Have you ever put any HQs on 32mm bases? 20mm seems too small. Yeah. Like for like cinematic purposes, sure. Dustin Lane says, "Go Darkkin!" Yeah, that's right, everybody. When everybody has some fun. Da 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 da. You know, here Tori's like thinking a lot about his first turn move here.
You can throw me that icon, chip. Thank you, sir.
I'm just trying not to give up on my stuff. That's on this turn. I should beat some of these guys. I'm gonna run my grotesques. Yeah.
You're scared. You don't want to be Mortarian sites.
So Raul has a question. Raul asked, for ITC tournaments, do you have to be on the actual bases, including at 32 mils?
Yes.
You technically have to be on the bases. You know, you could get away with like bringing a model that you've converted to be on a bigger base. However, you should always have a stand-in just in case it comes up. Just saying. Jake Buckman, what's the game plan for Morty? I don't see any warp time or bodyguard. He does have warp time in the list.
I do have wartime in the list. It's just.
Hold on.
Like throwing them away.
Good, you're good.
I can go now.
Mhm.
I didn't feel like throwing him away turn one, so I didn't warp time him instead of hiding him like a coward from his Ravagers. So I'm playing the long game here.
Playing the long game is exactly what a Dark Eldar wants to do. Oh yeah. No, but Nurgle.
Like if I throw him up there unsupported, I can attack some grotesques, but the guy has 20 grotesques. They're gonna kill Mortar, right? So I'll bide my time.
Dustin Lane does say he's loving the use of grotesques. He doesn't leave home with at least a couple of squads. I know Tori's been a huge fan of the grotesques recently. And Tim actually likes your list better than he likes my list.
Yep.
Yeah, I was listening to...
Oh, that was my other list, not this one.
No, this is a different one?
Yeah, the other one has another Ravager, another Razor Wing in it. And I dropped the Razor Wing for 4 more grotesques, essentially. Just to see if having a little bit more ground control matters. But...
Are you running your Talos list again? Are you still running?
ATC.
Oh yeah, because it doesn't matter. 9 tailors sounds fun.
6
Alright.
tailors. 8 grotesques.
Oh, you're running that list.
My regular
Yep.
team winning list.
That's it. Might as well.
Why
You know it
fix
inside
it if
and
it
out.
ain't broken? Yeah.
I think that's what
You know, a lot of the times I like making sure that when you build a list and it's like a good list, you sort of stay with it for a very long period of time. You get to know its ins, its outs, how it works, how it doesn't work, what to use it well against. You know, I think one of the best examples of this is Jim and Jim Vessel and his list. You know, his list isn't particularly like flashy. It's just it works, and he's put a lot of work into using that list, and that's why he's won so much with it. Because he's you know, he knows the mission, he knows how to play to the mission, etc. etc. Shidizu says, I don't have any grotesques for now. You should soon, they're fun. Mortarian is simply playing like a veteran of the Long War. Nothing wrong with that. And Rob says he's playing the Long War. Yes, exactly. Morty right now, like every time I have played against Morty and my opponent runs Morty at my army, I kill Morty in like a turn. So keeping Morty back there forces your opponent to know that Morty is an issue that you're going to have to deal with at some point. So you can't like, you know, you can't just like, Ixtab, hi, how are you? So you can't just like throw him away essentially, which is pretty cool. Okay, let's get back to the players and listen to what they're doing.
Dizzies?
This is out the dread, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 5s.
Yeah, no, I wish I just did that. But I guess that conversion just was good. -3. Good damage.
5 up impulse save.
Kobe.
Takes 8 damage. That wasn't bad. He's 14, so he's...
Brought to you by the previous team, Salty. Next Ravager.
So there's a whole bunch of... I've seen others play Jim Vessel's similar list, they often struggle. Yeah, because Jim's list is like not particularly fancy. It's just he knows how to use it. Good to know. Don't have Twitch, so I couldn't see the lists. I'm just glad to see my 2 favorite models on the table. Nice. I usually run bodyguards with him, let other scary things put in work for 2 before sending him in. Phil O'Docs, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Over on Twitch, thanks to you guys, I get to do this, and I hope you guys are entertained. It's all about learning the gotchas. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely. Phil O'Docs. But yeah, bodyguards with Morty, like, I've always seen people struggle with this. Should I take the bodyguard? Should I not take the bodyguard? The thing is, taking the bodyguard is, like, a lot of points. So if you do take the bodyguard on Morty, you're usually, like, you're usually spending a lot of points on stuff. Yeah. And, like, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? That's really, you know, like, it's like there's a big disparity there. So.
There's 2 left.
Not what I wanted.
Still alive?
Yeah, he's got 2 wounds left from 2 razor wings. It's okay. It's okay. It's still good. It's still good. I'm gonna shoot him at him. Okay. I'm gonna shoot. Sorry, let me rephrase that.
Oh no.
Can you see them?
I'm out of range.
Don't you dare.
So I'm gonna shoot
Dreadnought.
one arm at him, 2 arms at him.
Okay. Yep.
So that other dude, Mother Hunter. Then into him. Come on. Math would say that would be the way it goes. 2.
5.
Oh, yeah, it's up. What's his toughness?
7.
Yep.
Reroll this. So it takes 3. It's down to
3?
13.
Because those are 2 damage each.
Right.
So was it 3 damage that he takes 3?
You took 3.
Okay. Oh yeah, because I feel no pain.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna put 2 into him, 1 into him. Cool. Because I have to kill it. I hate that. I just overthink it. That's okay. Reroll 1 finally. Yeah, that's good. He better die. 1. Come on, rerolling. 1. This is it. This is it. Does he do it? He does it.
Did he live?
He lived.
Oh, the Deradeo just lived. Oh my goodness. That Deradeo, it's one of the things, when you're shooting at something to kill it, shoot everything at it.
I shot 1 whole Ravager at it equivally, and it didn't
No.
kill it.
All at once. And then if you need to, you shoot the second Ravager, all at it as well.
You know what?
No, it doesn't actually matter anymore. He didn't kill the Deradeo with all that shooting. So how do you think I would do with Deathwatch instead of Crimson Fists? Deathwatch are a very powerful army, but they are definitely a finesse army. I feel like they would definitely suit your playstyle.
I know I don't like playing Deathwatch.
I know I don't like playing against Deathwatch, for sure. They just kill everything. Yeah. Like, Deathwatch just murders everything with the bolters. They're crazy good.
All the Venoms?
Yep.
Nurgle protects us, Simon McRae. Papa Nurgle. The lucky tattoo. The 4-leaf clover tattoo. I like it. It's usually how this works.
Having PTSD here,
For what?
so many poison shots.
Yeah. Well, are they all within 18, or is it just long range?
But he shot 3 Venoms out.
Oh. Oh, okay. You shot all the Venoms. Venoms are really good. They're like pretty standard. I don't spend the extra points for the extra guns because I like, you know, for every like 6 Venoms, you take a free Venom essentially,
Yeah. 3s and 5s.
which I think is more important in general.
Alright, I'll take that.
So
5s. Takes 3 wounds.
Okay.
Down to 50. Mortarium.
How many Venoms are you running, Tori?
4. Sorry. 5.
Makes sense.
And the only difference would be making these two squads of 8, and then adding a razor wing in. Is my other list that I King 6 out. The one RTQ with.
That other race would be good.
Yeah, that's it. Oh.
Me? You done?
That's my turn.
Cool.
Okay, so pause it real quick. Pause it. End of the battle round scoring. So
So
that I can get it all done
he
here.
did not kill. He holds one. No recon. So right now he has 1 point, and I have.
So you held one.
I killed more.
One, kill more.
Yeah, 3.
For 3.
He has 1. And I got a big game.
You won big game.
Yeah, he flexed hard on me.
And did you get any wounds off 40?
He got 3.
3 he needs to get.
1
4.
more.
No,
Okay. And then almost killed the Daredevil.
he did.
Okay.
Do that next turn.
Okay, folks. So as we move into battle round number 2, yeah, just click the. Is it going? Okay. Battle round number 2. Jason with his Nurgle takes the lead, folks. How many command points do you have,
I
Jason?
have 6 at the moment.
6 left. And how many do you have? 7. You have 7? Oh, you stole one. Yeah, you stole one. Cool. And Jason is up on points here, folks. So he has 3 primary to 1 secondary point, and Tori has 1 primary to 0 secondary points as we move in to battle round numero dos. Really excited. If you have any questions, make sure you throw them out into the stream. You know, anything about the 2 armies or any questions for the players, so they can chat or whatever as we go into it as well. But so far, so good. Now we'll start. Like, both of these armies are definitely, like, you know, late game armies with the amount of, like, things that kill stuff, like the Grotesques and the, like, Morty and Grotigus and all those guys like that. Stutter Scrub, Dustin. Every single one of those grots should be wearing a boss shirt and carrying supplements. Yeah, I think it'd be, you know, talk about Muscle Beach. Talk about Muscle Beach. Well, they've got.
True Muscle Beach. Are you kidding me? Jeff thinks he's Muscle Beach.
That's really funny.
Models have more muscle than you do.
That's usually how it works. Are you going to TGX? Says Evan.
Yes.
You're going to TGX.
Yeah, when I won the tournament, I have one of the tickets from it. Well,
Okay.
I forced him to give Lino to give me it.
So Tori, why don't you tell us how your turn went and what you did?
So my turn didn't go as well as I anticipated it. Or I didn't put all my shooting into the Daredevil, which I kind of did. But for some reason I shot the stupid big thing, which shouldn't have been shot at because I think it's just there for a distraction. So I now know to just ignore it for the rest of the game.
No,
until
don't
I have
ignore
to.
him. Don't ignore him.
And then I wanted him to come to me a little bit. I wanted to see what he was going to do with Mortarion. He moved him to the side that I wanted him to for some reason. So that worked out for me because he's kind of away from everything. He has to kind of earn getting back towards me, even though he can be warp timed and whatnot. But I do have the Deny Relic over here on my Homunculus, so hopefully when he does decide to come closer to me and do some naughty stuff, I can prevent something, such as Death Hex.
Naughty Deny Relic, which I actually really like. It's one of the best Deny Relics. Mode Led says, where are you from, Scarred? Seen you on Mini Wargaming a few times, awesome vids. I live near Welland in Niagara Falls. We're in Barrie right now. Barrie, Ontario, Canada. Tori here is in Milton, and Jason here is in Wasaga Beach. That's right. So we come from all over. I hate that relic, says Dustin. Yeah, you better hate that relic. That's one of my favorite relics of all time. It's really fun. Thank you, everybody, for the follows. Thank you for the new subscriptions. And thank you to Rob for the cheer. Really appreciate the cheer on the channel. Rob for the cheer. Look at this guy making it political over here for us Canadians. Sharonan does have a question for you, Jason.
Okay.
He says, I'm curious how our Death God player feels about the Renegade Knights and if he plans to field any.
I do have Chaos Knights. I like the book so far from what I've seen. It just we'll see what I can cook up. I try and keep things strictly Nurgle. It's kind of my OCD kicks in and won't let me kind of mix stuff, but we'll see what I can do. I need to kill this fucker.
There you heard it there, Sharonan. He likes them. He likes them. No, the Chaos Knights are definitely going to be a big part of the meta right now. They're going to like jump in, and I think they're going to like really change the way that we kind of see a lot of the meta, which is super exciting. But yeah, and I hope you guys are all enjoying the stream so far. But if you have any suggestions, by the way, on how like the format and how we set it all up, let us know. I think the addition of the chess clock was really good because it's going to help us keep them flowing on time, which is super important as well. Now that chess clocks are starting to become more and more apparent, you get to see how that works in a competitive sense. I think that's super important. Sharon says the separating plate for the knight seems solid. Yes, separating plate for the knight or Nurgle's carapace, or whatever that relic is called, is really fun. The thing I like the most about the knights, and the thing you're going to be hearing a lot of people talk about knights, is how adaptable they are based on the matchup that they're playing. So they can switch depending on what. So Tori had something to say about that.
That relic that you can put on the knight, that as they get kills, it amplifies their wound output. So now you can have
attacks. So for every 10 models they kill, they get +1 attack.
So like you put a double Gatler on a knight, he just mows down infantry. You run him forward, and now he's got what? How many kicks? What, 5 kicks? What? So that's 3 times what? So 15 kicks, and now you can get that up to what? 10 kicks, essentially. Crazy. So like Jesus, you just have a knight that's just plowing.
Yeah, the relics, like the butcher thing and things like that, so that's really cool. Definitely. They're very toolkitty. Yes, Sharonan. Super toolkitty, and I think you're going to see a knight, I think, in almost every chaos list as much or even more than you see them in a knight list, because they just help that chaos matchup very, very well. ModeLed says, I like the top-down view way better. Makes it easier to follow the match. Yes, 100%. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback on the actual battle report. Hopefully you can see the chess clock as well. Kind of see who has times and whatnot. I came back to 40k, says Xtab, on Twitch, with 8th edition having played War Machine for a while. I was quite surprised no one was using clocks in 40k tourneys. Oh, 100%. Like, it didn't really sort of kick in until relatively recently, over the last year or so, where chess clocks and chess clock rules have sort of been added to, like, the 40k scene in general. So definitely something to take note of. Oh, there we go. Boop. And yeah, there we go. Pow. They are a toolkit beyond question, those Chaos Knights. I love them. I think they're great. They're really going to add a lot to the game itself. Okay, let's go back to the mobile cam here. Let's take a look at what the table looks like as we move into the second turn here.
-1 strength, toughness, or attack.
Yeah. I need a 7. I don't do it, so you don't have to worry about it. He is also going to try and smite. I think these guys are the closest.
Okay.
He gets it with a 9.
Okay. Do you have the...
I got the sorcerer over here still.
Yeah, that would range.
Okay. You take 1 mortal wound on these guys.
Okay.
So they are wounded. That didn't go off, but I smited. My sorcerer. What are you doing, boss? Smite you guys. Smite. I'm gonna try and smite. He does? Oh, he doesn't. Sorry, I need a 6. Bill? Correct.
Okay, perfect. That was a little bit of the view of the battlefield and kind of what everything looks like right now as we're moving into the second turn here. Usually top 5 tables use clocks at tournaments, says Primaris Powerhouse. Yes, they do. Super excited for Chaos Knight, says Jake Bookman. Tend to struggle over 24 inches, and this codex is perfect for that gap. Oh, 100%. Like, being able to get, like, double Gatling Cannon Knights or double Battle Cannon Knights, Chaos Knights, is just going to be an absolute fantastic way to sort of bridge that gap within that, like, you know, bridge it in there. Mandrakes, Raul asks a question. He says, are Mandrakes worth 80 points for 5 man, or better go with 10 men at 160, tournament models or not? I take 3 units of 5, and yes, I found small 5-man units to be better than 10-man units in a tournament scene. In a more friendly scene, 10-man units is fine. I like the night fight too, because I get off work late. Nice. Well, mode led. You get to watch Battle Report on Twitch or YouTube. Haha. Every week we've been doing this, pretty much. I missed 1 week, but other than that, haha. Enjoy. Sit back, relax, and ask questions. When you zoom over the battlefield like that, I guess flashbacks to Star Wars and expect to see laser effects and explosions. Diogo says, yo, yo. Yo, yo, Yoshi, what's going on? Cool, cool.
Darrow's gonna. Darrow's gonna drop his.
Okay.
His
That week you missed was the worst week of my life. Oh man, well, does that mean that, you know, if I keep on doing stuff every day, that's just, you know, it's not bad for you then? Well, I'll try not to miss a week so that you don't get that feelsies badsies anymore. You know? And right now, get excited. You know, share this with your friends. And then, of course, we do live sit and chats in the mornings on Twitch where we do some painting. I've been painting Severina Rain, which is that really cool commissar model.
Owning you on 3s. Yep. 4 saves.
On whom?
2 quick attacks. So 1 dice? Well, potentially. But he has 3 wounds.
Yeah. Just singles?
Yep.
Well,
Takes
takes
1.
one. Alright.
So this is the Butcher Cannon array, hitting on 5. So that's alright. And wounding on 3s.
Still worth it.
2.
1.
Whew. 2 damage.
1.
Okay. Whew. And the Heavy Bolter. 1 hit. No wound. Tyrion's gonna shoot his lantern at these guys. Hits on a 2, rerolls 1s because he's Mortarion. Hits, wounds you on a 3. Does not wound.
Suck it.
And that's what you come to expect from Night Fight.
Smart. I would have shot the Venom.
Yeah.
Because it would hit both of them, but that was okay.
You know,
Holy.
that happens. That happens. Sometimes when we get flustered with the clock, we kind of trying to think too fast.
Do they need morale or are they okay?
No problem, Stitch. 1020. Thanks all for tuning in. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out on Night Fight number 5. Night Fight 5. Haha, super exciting.
Okay.
Did you get a kill?
No.
Okay.
I think I got a game.
You got your recon though, right?
I think I'm just out. Well, maybe. Can you check for you? 24? Yeah, I got. You're out, motherfucker. Am I out?
He's touching, right?
I think I'm just out.
He's on this side. On this side.
Yeah, it's here.
Okay. Seems damn close. That's what that is. That's what that is, folks. Are Talos worth taking in tournament list? And if so, how many would you take?
This is a box, yeah?
Yes, they are worth taking, and I take 6. Why not 9? Because then you spend too many points on them. I'm taking my Talos list to the ATC. So it's 6 Talos, 8 Grotesques, 24 Racks, and Urien, Homunculus, 3 Ravagers, and then 2 Planes. And that's pretty much everything. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot, because Grotesques and Talos are really, really strong. They're really tough. Okay, Jason, I'm going to put the mic on you. Tell us about your turn.
Well, I didn't get a kill, which was unfortunate. I was kind of just setting stuff up, trying to keep Mortarion as hidden as I could. I think he's going to probably kill my Darrow this turn. He was hitting on 4s, and then he made him hit on 5s with his stratagem. So he didn't do as much damage to these guys. They kind of whittled down that grotesque unit a little bit. I got some gangbuster points out of it, which was nice. I'm kind of just advancing up. That's pretty much it. I'm on 3 objectives at the moment, so I should get hold more. We'll see what happens.
Do you have your list anywhere on the internet I can find? Says Stitch.
Me?
Your list is on the Stitch was asking for me list. It's on the ATC released the list. I'm part of the Wrong Way Kids team, so you can check it out on the Wrong Way Kids team. Other than Team Canada for the ETC, who is the favorite? Who is the favorite to win? Is Team Canada a favorite to win the ETC?
Sure.
Yes.
Poland?
Poland is definitely a favorite to win, for sure. Good evening, Robert Lamborn. What's going on? Cold winter's day here. The night fight looks good. Missed the beginning, but we'll check that out later. No problem, Robert. Thanks for tuning in. Tori, how many command points do you have now?
6. I got 1 back.
Because it's a different battle round. Yeah. E. Marcelo says, do you use Kronos? Well, I do, actually. I really like the Kronos. I think they are an unrepresented unit that I think is quite good, to be honest. I know Evan says, well, naturally. Yeah, of course, you guys want Canada to win, right? That's the whole point. Yeah, well, England, the US is always, like, they're a good team. You know, you've got Spain has won it before. France has won it before. They have like 4 teams. You know, it's like, and they send like their best team. Poland, Germany, like a lot of these Norwegian. Oh, sorry, like Sweden. You know, they're like some. They take ETC really seriously. It's like the thing to do every year, and it is crazy how serious some of these teams take it. So we're trying to be up there, but there are a lot of like contenders. Russia. Also, Russia is a good contender as well, normally. They have a good team put together. So I'd say out of the 36 teams, 2 of them are ringers, which is interesting. But you have 34 teams, and I would want to say 16 teams, 10 to 16 teams are like strong, like Scotland and you know, things like that as well. So does Australia go to the ETC? They normally go every other year. However, they're going again this year. Like they're trying to do it an every year thing now. Carl Dupre says, this is an awesome format. Thanks for doing this. No problem. Thanks for watching. The whole point is for you guys to learn some 40k stuff, enjoy the banter, and just kind of watch competitive 40k sort of like game, and then be able to ask questions and go through things. And I hope you guys are finding it entertaining, but also knowledgeable. What do you think Forge World should bring back?
Yeah, that's just it, right?
Spawn of Nerds. What should Forge World bring back? The terrain series that they had, like the really cool looking terrain, like the little bunkers and the really cool chimera, like the foam stuff they used to make. Like they used to make some really cool terrain, like ruins and things like that. I think that would be kind of cool. Chetank, can you actually field Cabal, Witches, and Coven in a competitive list, or are you better off going 2 of the 3? Ideally, I like playing with all of them. Witches, Cult, Coven, Cabal, everything. Forge World should bring back their prices. Oh, says Simon. Burn. Burn. Let's go to Tori.
Don't come to me right now, I'm swearing. Coming to me at the wrong time. I forgot there was that. Took him out of there. I was like, I'm just gonna shoot him.
Okay, we got a couple of people in chat chiming in here. Forge World should bring back the Chaos Mammoth. I remember that model. That was a pretty cool big model. The Vampire Hunter Raider, the Corsairs kits need to come back. Yeah, the Corsairs kits, I do miss those. However, I miss their rules. They should really bring back their rules. I feel like they should bring back some of the old rules for their old characters. Oh, for Forge World? Yeah, that makes sense. It'd be cool for them to like re-release a lot of their old books, like, you know, the Tyrannid one, things like that, which is always really fun. Right now, you know, Forge World has they've been releasing some cool stuff, and they're sort of like focusing on a lot of the specialist games, I think. Forge World needs to make a Vect model. I would definitely say yes to that. I doubt that they'll make a Vect model because Vect is now a demigod, essentially. So, you know, he's like too big. He's too cool for school now, and he's not really going to be like going out of the Dark City anytime soon. Item Finder Deluxe. Bring back Elysians. Cool. The old Forge World flyer for Dark Eldar, the Raven Strike Fighter, says Raul. We were just talking about that. They put the rules for that in Apocalypse. So you can actually run your Raven Strike Fighter. I own a Raven Strike Fighter. It's sitting on my shelf. And I play Apocalypse, so I'm really excited to try it out in Apocalypse, which is really fun. Okay, let's go. So that's the end of the movement phase for Tori, it seems. And we're going to go into the shooting phase. Tori is going to tell us what he's doing.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot my plane into him. I'm gonna shoot my Ravagers into him. Ravagers. My Dizzies into him, and then I'm gonna shoot the Neurotoxins into your big fat dude, bro.
Okay.
Into Morty, actually, because I can see that they're separate before. And then I'm gonna shoot my Pew Pew Pews at the fat boy.
Okay.
Okay, so the Pew Pew Pews into the fat boy and the toxins into the fat boy. he's got some things happening here, so got a lot of stuff getting ready to rock and roll. Our next Primarch will be Vect, says Sharonin. True. Doom of Mimera, that would be cool. I would say yes to a Doom of Mimera book again. That'd be really fun. I wish they would show Renegades and Heretics some love. Actually, yeah, like from the old Armageddon book, the Lost and the Damned, which was like the Chaos Astromilitarum style stuff. That would be really fun. I own 3 of the Raven Strike Fighters collecting dust. Hey, play Apocalypse. You can run them in a Flyer Wing or 3 different Flyer Wings, because the Flyer Wing in Apocalypse is 1 flyer, which is super exciting stuff.
Come on.
Command reroll.
Yep.
He died, and that was worth... Oh, you can't get another one back.
Well, I'm trying, okay? And I would have. I rolled that 6.
So that means Jason's down to 5 now?
I am.
Down to 5. Trying to keep... Yeah, trying to keep him alive. Trying to shoot and make him shoot another thing at him. Makes sense. Do you think Necrons can compete in the World Championships? Yes, there's actually Necrons at the ETC at the moment. They're good book. They just have terrible matchups, and they don't really have a lot of flavor. They're just like right on the cusp of they could be amazing, but they're just really lackluster. Like it just gives a lot to be desired out of the Necron book. However, there are some good Necron players, and if you follow the meta, you know, I do a weekly meta analysis every Monday. So we call it MMA every Monday on Facebook for the patrons, and we break down every single, like the biggest tournaments of the weekend, and we break down the top lists. And one of the things that we've been noticing is Tau, Necrons, Orcs, and the Imperium and stuff like that really starting to kind of come up there. And it's the same Necron list over and over and over again, but it's consistently performing. It might not be winning all the time, but it's up there. Top 5s, top 6s, you know, so it's only a matter of time before, you know, either they tweak something in the Necron list that makes it really, really good, and then people start really winning events with them, or that somebody tweaks the list that everybody sort of kind of like hamstrung themselves into to a point where it's got like a really key mixture of units. It'll just really help with the mission format. So we'll see. Given the Blackstone Fortress line, I'm hopeful of Renegades and Heretics. Oh, 100%. They look really cool. Renegades and Heretics were my first army in 6th edition. Didn't play in 7th. Coming back to the game without playable rules was super disappointing. Yes, Jake, that happens. You know, then again, the editions come and go, armies come and go, and you kind of get used to that over time. Sharonin, so I finished assembling my Supreme Con detachment, 3 Smash Captains, Mephiston, and a Sanguinary Ancient. That sounds disgusting and very tough to kill. I would definitely not know what happened. Seems like there's some more shooting happening into some of the big fatso. And anything into Morty so far? Okay. Did anything happen to Fatso?
Nope. 3.
He took 1 damage?
No.
Nothing, eh? Okay. So Big Fatso didn't take any damage. Let's go over to the players.
Takes 1.
Wow. Morty's hot fire right now with these feel no pains.
I find that's the case with Morty. It's like there'll be that one turn where he just passes his saves, and he's just like, it's tough to kill.
Dave, you bastard.
2 and no ones.
4 up.
Oh.
Takes 1 and 2. Takes 1.
Wow, man.
10 left.
He's made so many feel no pains. Like, so many.
They call it disgustingly resilient.
I'm gonna shoot into Fat Boy.
So -1.
Okay, so it seems like a lot of shooting into Morty, and Fatso hasn't been as effective as Tori would have hoped. Sometimes those disgusting resilience saves just come in clutch. Okay, so you've done 8 wounds to him so far. So Morty's taken 8 wounds. Yeah, so that's 2 Kingslayer points. However, 15 now down to from 18. Okay, so 3 on him. Oh, he healed. Yeah, okay. So Big Fatso, he's just Big Fatso. That's what he does. And now we get into the combat phase. But holy moly, this is where it starts getting interesting, because now that the grotesques are getting in, it just depends on how much damage they can do to those plague bearers, and it's really gonna be a difference to see what happens. So this is gonna be intense. Like, now is where the game's really gonna get going. So that's exciting. Have you played against any of the new Slash demons? I have not. I've seen a couple of people playing them at places like Forbes Hobbies. So I'd really like to get a game in. I just have to organize a game against the new Slash stuff. Thomas Orbison, can you run Drukhari competitive with just Cabal and Witches? Yes. My current competitive list is Cabal and Witches. And 0 Coven. Yep. So it's a lot of Venoms, though.
4 up involved.
Okay.
So you're down to 2?
Yeah.
He didn't make you spend your CPs, or did he make you spend? Okay. Okay. So Vect on the Warp Surge. Vect on the Warp Surge to prevent that, so that help those grotesques to try and kill some of that Plague Bearer unit that's right in front. Smart move, decent move. Personally, I prefer not vecting it and then just re-rolling wounds and then trying to get mortal wounds through to just bypass it completely and force my opponent to spend command points. But that does mean that Tori's command points goes down to 2 remaining, whereas Jason's command points stays at 5. So definitely back and forth here. Shidizu says, I have played against the new Slanesh, and oh my god, they are so fast. Yes, they're super fast with advance and charge and all this crazy stuff. So we have, how many grotesques are attacking? 7? 7 grotesques? Okay.
How many attacks they got each?
3 base plus 1 for their macro scalpel.
He's using the gauntlet.
Yeah, so you do 3 with their base attacks with their macro scalpel. Oh no, 4 attacks. 4 attacks base, and then 1 with their macro scalpel. Too much apocalypse. No, too much apocalypse. It's different. It's different. So you get 5 attacks per grotesque, which is good. But yes, we have. So these are all the flesh gauntlets. These are all the flesh gauntlets. Yeah. So flesh gauntlets attacking, they're probably one of the better weapons because the mortal wounds. And let's see what happens with all this damage. Ooh, lots of stuff. Very excited to see.
So 3s and 6s. So 1 6.
Okay.
2 6.
6s. Okay, so how many saves?
So
These-
3 6s. And
They do additional mortal wounds?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many saves in
Some 12 saves normally and 3 mortal wounds.
So the mortal wounds, 5s, takes kill 3, and then
Okay.
10 you said? 10. 6, 8, 10, 5s and 5s.
That's a hell.
I'll take it. I'll take it, Tori. So you kill another 3, so you killed 6.
Okay, so and then
And then I'll do my
so the flesh gauntlets. Do you forget the macro scalpels?
yeah, I'll do that.
You need 7 macro scalpels as well. They get an additional attack with the macro scalpels. But 6 plague bearers have gone down so far. That's not going to be enough. They are 30-man units, which means you have to
And a
kill.
leash of 10 because of Rodriguez.
Ooh, that's really good. They get +3 leadership thanks to Rodriguez.
Well,
Greater unclean ones are greater demons, so you get to use
Oh,
them.
that's crazy. So leadership 10 plague bearers
The
and
macro scalpel.
Oh no.
no, they don't. It's just regular saves.
Damage is just one though, right?
Yep,
Anyone
minus
else
2.
having loading issues? Hopefully it's not bad. Everything seems to be fine on my end, Sharonan.
Throwing dice at me.
Let me know if it's looking a little laggy on your end. But other than that,
So I guess my attack's back, eh?
so is it a
Pile in first, hold on.
Yep. So,
it's a pure Nurgle detachment, right?
so I get 2 damage on 6s.
Okay, so it is a pure Nurgle detachment. So the plague bearers, and do you have all the characters, the strength and the
No, I just
no
got
no.
the File Piper.
Just the Bile Piper. Okay, so it's the cheapo version. Okay, so just the Bile Piper, so he doesn't get the +1 strength for strength 5, but he still needs 5 to wound. They reroll everything. 6s are going to be double damage, which will be really useful against all these grotesques for sure. So that'll be really useful for them. Other than that, I'm very excited about that. So, haha. Okay. And he's piling into the secondary unit. The biggest reason he's piling into the secondary unit is to prevent the secondary unit from being able to advance, get out of combat, and create the screen a lot further forwards into the enemy lines to prevent the other grotesques from getting into combat. So he's doing that as a strategic move to stop them from being able to kind of move around and stuff like that. Very important. And now this is like the when it gets into combat, you want to give him the clock, eh?
Sorry.
When it gets into combat.
So we got.
Oh, okay. No problem, Sharonan. Welcome back, buddy. So now he's going to get all these attacks into the grotesques. And we'll see what happens after this, because there's also a homunculus in there.
17.
Just a regular homunculus? Just a regular homunculus in there?
What do you mean? The one that's up there?
Mm-hmm.
That's the deny one.
These are regular homunculus.
Yeah, I only have homunculus.
Oh, you don't have Urian, just
No,
regular
just
homunculus.
two,
Okay.
just two.
Okay,
homunculus.
makes sense.
4s.
So double homunculus, one of them is in the building at the top there
Yeah,
with
deny
the
roll,
combat.
the deny thing, and then I guess
Okay.
fight last, but it doesn't really matter.
And
Makes sense.
on 4s, but I get 5s, but I get to reroll because they have plague swords.
Cool. 2 wounds.
Hang on, rerolls. 2. One of them is 2 damage.
Okay, 2 damage. That's no damage. No damage.
Cool.
Hello.
Morale. I lost 7, so
3. Anything 3, you're fine.
unless I roll 1.
Lose 1. Yeah. Take it, bacon.
Okay, so one more goes down morale.
Break right now, you said?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, just pause it. We'll do the quick tally. Okay, folks. So we're gonna do a tally.
Kill more.
So Tori gets hold, and then gets kill and kill more,
Hold the same.
and you both hold the same.
Yeah.
So you've tied up the primary with that
He
there.
controls this way 'cause he has more
Yes. Yeah. Do you have a recon? Yes.
Yeah, I got
You have your
recon.
recon.
And he got a mark.
You got 2 Kingslayers. Right?
Yep.
Double wounds on Morty, and got a mark for death.
Yep. Turn.
Right? And a recon. Okay. And
We're gonna kill more.
Yep.
you got kill more. That's okay. And you got how many gangbuster? How many wounds on Grotesque did you do?
I've got
How many
2
wounds
dead.
on
You got 2
grotesque?
kills.
He killed 2 full grotesques. And how many other wounds on grotesques that haven't been killed?
1 wound.
So you have 9 wounds on grotesques. So you have 1.5 points for
Essentially, we just said once he
gangbuster.
kills 8 grotesques, he
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
all points.
yeah. So it's for every 6. It's
yeah,
every
but-
6 wounds.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
every 2 he kills, he gets.
But no recon yet. Okay, so moving. So they're gonna take a quick break. They have to go to the bathroom, go, refresh and stuff. And
it's
you,
not illegal, Rinfin.
I know it isn't. Just make sure you keep the kiddie's asleep. So just yeah. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying. This is going to be an intermission for Night Fight 5. I hope you guys are having some fun. So put some questions down in the comments if you have any questions specifically. You gonna go out and do stuff? Or are you just putting stuff away there, Jason? Okay, so the score as we move into battle round number 3, which will be the midpoint of the game, which will be really interesting. And we have victory points for Jason. We have 4 primary points and 2 secondary points. And then victory points for Tori, we now have 4 primary points and 4 secondary points. That was definitely a big turn for the Drukhari, now going 2 points on top of Jason. But Jason's list is definitely designed. Are you just going to do your movement and stuff? Oh, okay. Been working on converting Gravis captains, so haven't been talking much this Prime Vino. Cool. Gravis captains are fun. Now the biggest thing here is, you know, some of the main shooting force that Jason has in his army, which are the Contemptor Dreadnoughts. Hello, Alexi, how's it going? Hello, Tyler Hart. It is Night Fight. We're having some fun. Hello, Bobby Halls. Welcome, folks. Everybody tuning in. Really excited to have all of you. Thanks a lot for coming by for Night Fight. Why? Because it's Night Fight, and it's always a fun time. But Jason's shooting is pretty much unabated. He still has 2 of those Contemptor Dreadnoughts in the back, which are really, really useful. And you know, he has a plane back there, like that gets recon, and he does have to deal with all these grotesques. That's probably going to be the toughest part of dealing with the enemy army. You know, when I play Drukhari, some of the things that really hurts me is losing like all my transportation and my speed options, like the planes and things like that. Octo Taco, Prime Vino, waiting for that floating rhino to transport my slow Gravis captain. Yes, it was really cool actually. I really liked that that Primaris little video that GW did, which was actually kind of cute. Optimistic Paint says, what is the strategy for dealing with Monty? I don't know. Monty Python's Flying Circus, Monty? I know. Yes, I'm assuming you mean Morty. I'm not sure, but let's take a quick look at the actual entire table, shall we? Ha! And I'm going to do something fun, which is walk around with my keyboard, because I'm plugged in. Haha, and I can go about this far.
What is a grotesque save?
A grotesque save is a 6-up save with no invulnerable. So this is what the table looks like right now. We have this combat over here, which is probably the biggest combat happening at the moment, where you have the grotesques, you got Sloppy Biopapa, you got Rodigus back here, which actually is really cool. He buffs people and heals things. And that's a full unit of grotesque. They didn't take like any damage from those plague bearers, but they didn't really do any damage either. And then we have the second screen over here, and then we got Morty, right? So the biggest thing here is to try and kill the stuff that kills Morty and that kills Rodigus. So we'll see what happens. And then, of course, you've got a little unit here, right? But then that's the only thing in this corner that he has, really, other than, like, these grotesques. And then all these venoms. Like, Dark Eldar are one of the toughest armies to play against because they just have so many good things. So let us know what you think. Also, the time itself is pretty decent. We've got the 10-minute difference here, which is also really fun too. So we'll see how that goes. Jason, if you want to put the clock on yourself and move, you can. Completely up to you. Yeah. Like that, we can keep this going. And Jason's going to just do some movement here to make sure that, you know, it doesn't go too late. Yeah, I know it was a typo. Optimistic Paint. Honestly, it's the grotesques want to deal with Morty. Like, you kind of wound him down, but then grotesques just like eat Morty alive. 24 inches. It's like a regular deny. Tyler Hart entered my first tournament last week. It was 1,000 points ITC format in 3 rounds. Brought a 1,000-point Black Heart. Went 3-0. Thank you for teaching me through your channel and videos. No problem, Tyler. I'm glad you learned. You know, I could talk till I'm blue in the face, but the information that you get from me is only useful if you put it into practice. If not, then it's completely useless. So that is a completely sort of like, it's up to you to make it happen sort of thing. But I'm glad you had fun. Congratulations on that. My buds have been messing around with that one Vigilus mission where your HQs have 30 wounds and fight in the middle, 3 Gravis Captains, 1 Blood Angel, 1 Space Wolf, 1 Emperor's Spears, all kitted out with Warlord traits and relics that buff them the best. From just rolling the dice, the Emperor's Spears Captain won because the exploding 6s and hitting and wounding on 2s was devastating. That makes sense. Octo Taco, what are you showing us, sir? What are you showing us, Mr. Octo Taco? With a Power Fist. That sounds pretty nasty. So I'm going to pass it over to Jason. Morty. That's funny. Jason's going to explain what he's thinking because Tori isn't here.
So what I'm thinking about, I don't know if I want to do Morty. I should kill this flyer this turn. He's in Rodriguez's Flamer range. That's 2d6, strength 7 shots. I can reroll the wound. Then I got the Contemptors in range, so I should kill that. One of them's moved, but I'm going to use the stratagem, so we won't suffer the penalty for moving. So put that there so I don't forget. I don't know if I want to get Morty over here and clear off these racks, or if I want to try and get him into his grotesques and in his back line and kind of make him have to deal with Morty. Because I throw Morty up there, I can heal him with Rodriguez for D3 wounds. 5 command points. I think I might have to
Okay, so folks will see what he decides to do. Dun dun dun. Mode Led says, do you have to buy and study every codex? Do I have to? No. Do I get every codex and study them? Yes, because it's my job to know stuff. Brian Jar 444 says, LOL. I know. It's funny. Very hilarious.
Did you want to pause it at least?
I did. So he's not suffering the penalty for moving?
Who did what?
So we've got all this stuff going on.
Okay.
Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. I wish we could have like music. I have to find myself like a different music-y thing. No.
Some music.
No music. No music.
We're gonna start.
No, Tori, turn that shit off.
We're gonna start. Rodriguez is going to heal Mortaria.
Tori's just being a jerk. That's okay.
If I roll 7, even better. I'm gonna use a command point.
A command point?
Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna fail that.
You're gonna let that fail happen?
Okay, so something happened and
I
he
got
decided to
something-
fail.
I need something else to happen.
Yeah, I know what you
Okay.
want to happen.
The Morty image. Oh yeah, that's really funny. Good old Morty image
He's gonna cast Nurgle
from
Claw.
Rick and Morty.
Everyone within 7 inches takes D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Every enemy within
It
7
goes
inches.
off with an 11. So your grotesques actually
What does
plane.
this turn into D6?
Well, the plane takes a mortal wound automatically, so
Okay.
over 7. And then everybody within 7 on a 4+ takes D3. So
Okay.
your plane, your grotesques, and probably your homunculus is just out.
Grotesque. Take 1. Wait.
Well,
Okay.
so the plane, does it take it? It does. It takes 2.
Takes none.
So it takes 1 from the deluge,
So take
Okay.
1.
and then the grotesques on 4, they take 3.
That's 1.
1. You jerk. Okay.
Power from Pain just doing its thing here. Feel no pains. Really good.
I like that map.
I know.
Tarian's gonna cast
Could
my
just
Asthma
sing
on himself.
capella. Yeah, that's true. We could just like all start singing together. It'd be really fun. Be like, mana do 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 do,
I cast
mana do 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 do, mana do 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 do, or baby shark do 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 do, because all of the 5 seconds of music. Yep, that's right. Now I'm demonetized. Thanks to the 5 seconds of music on the show. Wah, 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 wah.
So
Everything else doesn't matter.
So, right now what's happening, we've got some psychic powers going off, which is really fun.
So he has
And
blades
we've
on
got-
as well.
we've got
Death,
blades, we've got-
ready to smite.
We've got all these like psychic powers going off, all this stuff happening.
Damn it.
I'm gonna use a command point reroll.
Alright.
Okay.
Stop that.
Does Death Hex go off?
It does not.
Oh my goodness, that is crazy.
Can I try to deny something else? Then?
No, that's it.
That didn't deny it. So hold it two.
Death Hex. Death Hex did not go off.
So we're gonna
It's a
start
big
the shooting
deal.
phase with Rodriguez.
Which does happen, which does happen.
We're gonna take 2d6 hits. You take 6 hits. Toughness 7 on the jet. 6. So wounding on 3s with rerolls.
7.
Take minus 1.
Yeah, it means how many wounds?
We got
6. Is it your
6. 6. 2 of them were 6s though. So 2 of them are 2 damage.
He says, yeah. Okay, 2 6s. What do the 6s do?
2 damage.
Those are the 6s. So 1 takes 2 damage. Then 4 1 damagers.
Yeah.
So I take 5 wounds. 6 wounds.
Feel the pains.
And then feel no pains. 5 wounds.
5 wounds.
Where is it?
Let me put it right there.
So just put 5.
Okay, so the plane just took a couple of damage from Rodriguez. He has a flamer, which is really cool. Skari, knowing your matchup, though, do you focus on having something wacky, something like a Mastodon or a Thunderhawk? A Thunderhawk. Would you even be able to fit a Thunderhawk in? A Mastodon? You just play to the objectives. Anytime I have like a big nasty thing I need to deal with, just play to the objectives and win by points, and don't worry about stuff. Currently almost own every Imperial card. I still need Deathwatch and Grey Knights this run. Either own or have access to the rest. I think the only one I'm looking at that don't own is Custodes.
So hitting on 4s.
I think it's reroll all hit. It's all to hit rolls.
So,
Right.
so your
So you get to reroll 1s, 2s.
I get to reroll everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait.
Before
that's-
modifiers.
It literally.
It's like the call
It's
one.
like- yeah.
It's like the special call one. That's amazing. Yeah.
So, and then 3.
The Purge. The Purge is really good.
Just 2 though.
2.
2 damage.
2. So 3.
Right, and doing the same thing, the other guy.
Okay. Did you lightning fast?
You
Did you get any back? No. So you're out. You're out of CPs. 0 CPs there.
7 hits.
Trying to keep the plane alive here. Very important
5
part of
saves,
this.
please.
Oh my goodness.
You dead. You dead. Blow up.
6 up, feel no pains. He wants to roll him.
He's dead.
Jason's like, he's dead. He's dead.
Why do you want to blow up? He's not gonna hurt. He's
I'm
gonna
just
hurt
asking.
yourself.
Well, I'm seeing it. I'm
Like,
trying to play a
blow
fair
up.
trying to play a fair game here.
Did he blow up?
My-
Did he
dead?
blow up?
Is he dead?
He's gonna hurt his own people. I don't care. Did he blow up?
So which dude is wounded back there? Sorry.
Have some butter candy and nuts. I'm going with this guy.
Okay, and
Rickety
these are
Ross.
2 different units
What are you?
for Grotai. There's one here.
Yeah, 4. And then
Okay, so I'm shooting the Ravager,
7.
but he's also going to hit, if I roll a 2, he's going to hit the Groats as well.
Yes.
So I need a 2, I get 3 roll ones because I'm Morty, I hit both.
Woo!
So the Groats
Good drop.
a 3. So they take, they get your impulse save.
So 1. Impulse.
Okay, and the Ravager is wounded, it's minus 3. It's 3 damage. So 3 damage.
Takes 3.
How many does he have left?
He goes from 9 down to 6.
Thanks all for tuning in, Brian Jar. Really appreciate it. He says, good luck, Jason. Good luck, Tori. He'll watch the actual report tomorrow. Yeah. After I'll probably go for Gene Seal Turn. So, a question for all you guys in the chat. Which was the first codex that you ever bought? And then the second question is, which is the first codex that you read cover to cover?
Hustler.
Codex.
Hustler Codex. It was the best picture book ever.
Thanks, Tori. Thanks. I'm not gonna say anything. That's a great codex.
It's an awesome one.
That's a great codex. Skari, can you get a close up on Tori's army? Kind of digging the paint schemes. Space Wolf says Evan.
Okay, what I'm going to do.
I will. I'll try to get a nice close up of his army.
I am going to charge.
sure.
Mortarian's going to charge. He's gonna charge.
He's
gonna charge.
It's not finished yet,
He's
but he's
charging-
basically got the really cool like
He's
double
charging both
tone
units
pink
with protest.
and blue, which is really exciting,
He's charging
well.
the Ravager, and he's charging these guys as well.
which I really like it.
He's gonna try.
So
And he's gonna try and charge these guys back here as well. All right. I'm
Okay.
charging fucking everything. Ravager, all the grots, and the homunculus.
He's charging this?
He's charging here, 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 and that.
Why would he charge like
I'm
that?
giving myself options.
Really doesn't know what option he wants to choose.
Okay. There's a Ravager.
Taking you
Overwatch.
to taking you to
so we've got so Morty is basically declaring like everything he can to charge for like a variety of different things. He's also got so we got a couple questions. So Matthew says hi elves, interesting. Jake Buckman says back in the day I lost in the Dan book. Read cover to cover, nice. The Eldar Codex from 1994. Blood Angels, nice. Blood Angels, 3rd edition Dark Eldar. That's really exciting.
You don't need to step on my face.
I do.
Like, you don't need to be rude, okay? Manners.
So
Jason.
we're doing his little pulse goes off now.
Are you wearing a Blood Angel shirt?
No.
No, that's the Eternal Warrior shirt, man.
Oh, I have one of those.
You do.
I do not fit into that.
Grotesque first on a 4+, you take D3 mortal wounds.
But other than that, yeah.
Uh,
Well, welcome to all the new folks to the chat. We've got Jason and his Nurgle playing Tori and his Drukhari. Tori is quickly fading.
Okay, I'll let you have that.
Is it on your time or his time when he's messing up like that?
Okay,
That's
the
okay.
other,
It wasn't
the
a
other
mess
venom.
up.
Yeah, I know.
The other venom takes 2. Yep.
Other than that,
the other unit of grotesque they don't do. Alright. Alright. So I'm gonna use my sweep attack, so I have 18 attacks.
He's going to be doing a whole bunch of attacks against some grotesques here, trying to get as many gangbusters as possible.
So any 6s to wound, do mortal wounds. I'm wounding you on 2s, but 2s to hit, reroll 1s because of Mortarion.
So he's got putrefying blades or something. Blades of putrefaction
One mess,
on it's 18 attacks.
17 hits.
17 hits, wounding on 2s, +1 to wound, but any 6s will be mortals as well. So Morty is, has a good chance at doing some damage, and he's got some rerolls here. So doing some damage.
3 mortal wounds plus 16 saves.
So 16 saves and 3 mortal wounds on top of that. Pretty good for Morty. Hello, Malik the O2. Favorite was the Squats book from Space Marine. That land train was hilarious. Yeah, land trains were pretty funny. And then so feel no pains.
So feel no offense. Oh, the morning we all die.
A lot of grotesques just died.
2.2.
So 3 die.
2.2.5.
Well, one guy had 1 wound,
Okay, so one dies.
and then 2 more.
And another one takes a wound.
Yeah.
When does the aura go off for Morty?
Start
Start of the fight phase? Okay. So it's before he dies in combat. If he's like wounded, he does like one last pulse. That's
Like
pretty
farts
cool.
and
Yeah,
everything.
farts and everybody takes wounds. So
We
we
got another point.
did. Hasn't killed that unit yet, though, right?
Not yet.
Okay, so he just killed 3 grotesques with Morty.
And then we're
Those are
gonna
decent.
do,
And then he's staying out of combat. Is Morty piling in?
No,
well, he's in combat,
Coach.
so isn't he?
Yes.
he isn't. Coach, you are a
Did I just
horrible
kill that
coach. No.
What do you need me to
I
do?
took my guys out, and then he was leaving him, and he was just gonna chill.
I thought I was still in combat, dude. That's why. Sorry.
Well, that's not my fault.
This is night fight. This is not gotcha fight. This
It
is.
wasn't gotcha fault.
I know. I'm just. No, it's just if you.
I get to stab you now. I'm fucking stabbing it.
Favorite was the Squats book? Yes. Sure, and I've read all my books cover to cover multiple times. That's interesting. Codex? Does buying Rogue Trader and the Compendium compilation new count? Read the Eldar section cover to cover, as well as 2nd edition Eldar Codex. Many others. Yeah, that makes sense. For 8th, I just binge read all the indexes when it all started. Well, yeah, binging the indexes, sure, fine.
Come on, Tim. your guys.
Makes sense.
Fours.
What?
100%.
They hit on fours because
Yes, I do. But look at Tim. Tim was with me there.
yeah, you go. These are plague bearers fighting the other the grotesque that would have been death hexed had he passed his death hex. But they get to reroll all wound rolls, which is pretty good for little plague bearers, and 6s do double damage.
It's a lot of 2 damage attacks, my friends.
Ooh, that sounds fantastic.
So we got
Not cool.
7 2 damage attacks and then 1 normal.
Yeah, right. That's bullshit. 7. Wow!
Those are dead attacks.
So you have to
So-
take them one at a time
Yeah.
here.
1. Well, that's 2.
That's 1 dead.
1 dead. 2
Two
dead.
dead.
2. 1.1.
Okay, so 2 and 1 grotesque takes 3 wounds. So he did a lot of wounds with those double damage attacks on those grotesque, killing 2 grotesque. 1 has taken has taken 3 wounds, almost dead now as well. So that makes that grotesque unit down to 5 strong. 5 strong. And the other grotesque unit is down to 3 strong. And the other...
1.
Oh, yeah, no.
5, and 7.
Okay, so there's a couple there.
You may attack.
Wow, there's quite a few dead grotesques all of a sudden as the plague weapons hold true, doing some work there. Is it his turn to attack?
Yeah, he gets to
You want to
pick, then I got another
click
unit
the
to go.
time over there?
Did you click it?
No, it's on you right now. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so now the time goes over to the grotesques. And as we move into the bottom of the top of turn 3, this has definitely been an interesting turn. Although Morty is now the you have to shoot me or else Morty.
Yeah.
His turn 3, yeah.
So, I hit
Top
you
of 3.
now, 'cause-
Yes. +1 to hit. Super fancy. I love the +1 to hit on the
6 is
grotesques
one.
and witches and mandrakes with +1 to hit is just like crazy good. Haha. It's how you kill plague bearers with mandrakes and witches. You wait till turn 3 and then you charge in and then just clear 60 plague bearers off the board in like a single close combat phase. Favorites was sorry. Malik, I've read your comment, Malik, like 3 times already. The other day, I had my plague bearers take half the wounds off of an Archeon in Sigmar. They were fully buffed, but it was still impressive. Very nice. That is pretty awesome.
So you kill 6 plus you said how many more? 3.
6 plus 3.
So a couple going down there.
Alright, so you killed 6 plus 8. 8 died.
8 mortal wounds in there?
No, 8 died.
Oh, 8 in total. Okay, so 8 of the plague bearers have now died as well. But they are leadership 10, so they're very unlikely to run away thanks to Rodigus being nearby, which is very, very impressive for Rodigus as well, which is pretty fancy. He took 30 off the boards. He used Warp Surge as well. Yes. Yeah, the Custodians Bikers, anything that's like multiple shots, multiple damage, does a lot of damage against them. Very, 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 like, intense as well. Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in once again. Having a lot of fun just hanging out here.
I think so.
Let's put it on to the players.
Wait, no, that's on there. Wow. Wow. Yes.
I like to see.
Just melt. Holy shit.
And you're moving on.
5 and 6s. 6s are mortals, though. So, 4 mortals and 4 saves.
So 5s. Takes 3. And 3s.
Takes 4 wounds in total.
He's down a tier, my friend. Down to 6.
Okay, so Morty did take a little bit of damage from how many grotesques attacked him?
5.
5. Oh, you clipped both units?
Well, he piled into me.
Oh, okay. So he has taken some damage from the grotesques. It does prevent the grotesque from coming in and fighting the other plague bearers. However, Skari, when are you going to jump into a night fight again? Says Shadizo. I just need to get somebody to sit here and comment.
5,
narrate and comment, and then I can be on a night fight. I actually really enjoy the commenting. I play a lot of games, so sitting down and watching a game happen is entertaining for me. You know, make sure the clock is on you there, Jason. Now it is. It's when it's up. Yeah, it's on you.
And then 5 rerolls, so 2 damage so far.
So, are we having more
4, 2
Necrons on the channel soon? Well, Bobby, I just filmed a 300 power level per side Apocalypse battle report against John the Cron and his Necrons, and it is a doozy. A great game that I'm really excited to edit and put out there. So, phone battery almost dead. Good night to all, says Robert Lamborn. No problem. He says, I hope Morty dies to poison or such. Yep, that happens. It happens.
3 or 4 in that player turn.
Okay. What's their leadership?
8.
8. So,
Alright. So your turn.
Okay, so now it's off to...
Sorry, leadership here.
Oh, leadership on the little guys.
Nope. They're okay.
Cool. So nothing happens to those plague bearers, but none of them come back to life, which is usually what you want with those plague bearers. But yes, Bobby, get excited because we are going to have some Necron goodness, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Right? Giggity.
Yes.
Morty only has 6 wounds left, but he's sacrificing himself dearly for a very important cause.
Guys, he blows up. He'll take somebody with him.
Yeah, it's usually how it works. Good old Morty is dangerous even when he is dying, which is really funny, in my opinion. Very hilarious. I do like it when, like, Morty is one of those characters that you're starting to see more and more now in the meta, simply because there are not as many Castlans as there used to be in the meta, because Castlans were nasty for Morty, and Morty didn't like Castlans very much because they just die. Same as Rodigus and any like big creatures like that. They just died a horrible, hideous death. Did you trap those grots?
I did. Well, no, he could back out if he wanted.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
yeah, I could just slide through. Oh, look at what he's
Sorry,
doing
I
now.
That was a question I asked.
Yeah.
That wasn't a suggestion.
What kind of bush league are you running over here, Ricketts?
I wonder where my money is. I'm just kidding. Do you play and like Kill Team? Do I play Kill Team? I have not played Kill Team. I used to play Shadow War Armageddon. I played that a few times. Did a whole like series of battle reports with that. Necrons are all the hype at the moment, trying to build a decent... How are Necrons all the hype right now? I mean, for you personally, Necrons are not the hype right now in a competitive sense.
No, they're not.
Unless you're Sebastian, who's our... He's the Necron to my Dark Eldar. So that's all he plays. He just plays Necrons, which makes him quite good at playing Necrons. Morty, $150 would be sad to see him go first turn. That would be my luck. Is he a $150 model?
Yeah, he's like
Or 100? Wow, holy moly! That's an expensive model.
I did that to him the first time he paid.
Oh yeah, well, when you put a big expensive model on the table and he dies really quickly, it's one of the reasons I love Apocalypse. Is you get to play with your models for an entire turn at least before they die, and there's cards to keep them alive. So you're like Titan can stay alive a lot longer. And yeah, I'm overselling this Apocalypse thing. You should just play it. It's really fun. So Jason, I'm gonna put it over to you guys. Why don't you explain what you did that turn?
I thought I killed the plane, which I knew I would with all the firepower I had going into it. I didn't get some powers off, but my plague bearers took down a lot of grotesque, which was big. Morty killed a bunch, which I expected him to do. He's probably going to die this turn, but I kind of slowed up his other big unit of grotesques at least a turn. Yeah, I'm kind of grinding him down in the middle now. He still has a lot of shooting with the Venoms, and he has 2 Ravagers. I think one's pretty badly hurt though.
-6 when was that?
Yeah. So. We'll see what happens.
Badly hurt is only a scratch.
Okay, somebody called
Mere
the
mortals.
mere mortals. they're not mortals. They're demons.
I am the god of war.
You are the god of war. Everybody is a mortal to you.
Don't believe it.
Skari, have you taken your knight out for a spin yet? What knight?
Your night reverend?
My what knight? I don't own any knights. You mean my giant warlord titan that's the size of a dreadnought? Oh, the bottom's white. The bottom of the is it like an off-white? The bottom. Oh, that's sexy. I like it. It's good. I like that two-tone like front. It's excellent. Yeah, looks good. Izanu, personally looking forward to upgrading my sisters once plastic comes out. Have over 3,000 points in metal. Man, that case of you traveling with your 3,000 points of Sisters of Battle must be a bitch. The one that you painted on just put paint on it. The Dreadnought. I didn't paint a Dreadnought, did I? I painted a orc thing, which was like a Dreadnought, but that was not a Dreadnought. I've been using my Revenant Titan a lot because I love my Revenant Titan. It's really fun.
Oh, I got 2. I'm allowed to get 2 when I roll double 6s. It's a thing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You got one?
No. There's one. Just one. Just one. How many CPs do you have?
One now.
One?
I just warped through Strategist.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot.
So that's three for Warp Surge? You have only 1 CP left? So you have 1 each now again. Okay. And, okay, so we've got about an hour and 20 minutes left on the clock, folks. It's going to be intense as we start getting Warlord. Oh, the Warlord, yes. I haven't used my Warlord yet from Titanicus, just because. Just a bit, says Eziano. Yeah, I can only imagine. I have like a battalion of Sisters of Battle. I'm going to get Diogo to paint for me, Diogo Pita to paint, which is going to be great. And I'm excited. And then the new Sisters are coming out, and then I've been working with Hostile Galaxy, and they're going to essentially look at sending me some Sisters painted up and stuff, so I can do some extra battle reports with some Sisters of Battle, which will be really fun. These giant glasses are fantastic. Look at them. They're the size of my head. I really enjoy them as well. And this is a lot of dice that he's picking up right now.
He's gonna do all his venom at once.
Oh, all the rapid fire venoms? Is that 4 rapid firing venoms?
Yeah.
That's a lot of rapid firing venoms. All firing at Big Fatso?
Yeah.
All the rapid fire venoms firing at Big Fatso. So that's 12, 24, 48 shots worth of venoms. This is where if you have the dice app, this goes a lot faster. Do you want to use the dice app? He likes rolling dice. I have the dice app for this very scenario right on my phone. So lots of hits. Hitting on 4s because they're a -1 miasmid.
No.
No miasma on big guy?
Rodius.
Rodigus.
Morty is.
Morty is miasmid. Okay, so Rodigus is not. So 3s and then...
But he is warp surge.
Okay. 3s rolling 1s because the Archon's nearby? No, yes? Yeah. And then 4s rolling 1s because the Archon is nearby as well. There's a lot of poison shots coming into Rodigus. Let's see what will happen, because Rodigus has taken 3 wounds so far, 4 wounds.
He's down to 14. So he's taking 4.
He has, okay, he's 14 wounds so far. Isianu says, I want to run a full penitent army. Tons of Arcoflagellants, Repentia, penitent engines, bunch of priests, just to make some poor fellas cry. Mainly shooty Drukhari army. This is a combined army of Drukhari. All the lists, by the way, are on the Twitch page. I will be putting a link in the description once this is up on YouTube. So actually, that's something I could probably do right now while we're in the middle of doing this. I just have to go into the Patreon page and find the lists, because, you know, a huge shout out, of course, to all the channel sponsors and the Patreons to the channel. Thank you very much for your continued support. I really appreciate it. thanks to you guys, we get to do this stuff
4s and 5s.
and entertainment, which is really fun. No problem, Evan. Thanks for tuning in on Twitch. Really appreciate you coming by to say hi. So, thank you very much. Good night, good night, good night. You know.
Your own dice.
So it takes 5.
So he took 4 wounds out of all that. Holy moly! Ouch. That is some nastiness.
Is he one of my things?
No.
He's not one of your things, no.
I've got to kill Timmy's things, and then I got to kill those things.
You have to kill. You have.
So Ravager 1 into him.
Into him?
On him.
Are you in range?
36. Yeah, I moved him to be within range of this
Okay.
guy.
Yeah, just double check the range there. I'm curious, actually.
Oh, shit. No, I did not move close enough. That's my fault. So I won't do that. Oh, I thought I wanted to put my laser way.
Okay, so we've got.
So,
Yeah, so that was only 4 wounds into him, which is interesting. Let's just say that was a lot of poison shots. Then again, right, like high toughness, good invulnerable save with a 4-up invul save, and then you have like a crazy amount of feel no pains as well. Like they're just really, really maneuverable and killy, which is just like nuts, right?
6.
Like who doesn't like that? Hmm? But I'm glad you guys are having some fun watching. Thanks for. This is fun. I enjoy fight nights. Fight nights are really entertaining for me, and I hope they're entertaining for you too. Bam.
It's 2 more. Down to 4 wounds.
Who has what?
Roddy has 4 wounds. 2 Ravagers shot him.
Both Ravagers shot him. She has 4 wounds remaining. So Rodigus is at 4 wounds remaining after the 2 Ravagers and all the Venoms fired at him. What about the plane?
The plane already shot.
Okay. What? Oh, he shot at the Dread? Or the plane shot at Rodigus as well?
Some of those things, the neurotoxin.
Yeah. So you put the 2+ poison shots.
He's gonna heroically intervene.
Is he within 3 inches to the...
Should be within an inch.
You have to be right on 3 inches, don't you, to heroic?
You have to be within 3 inches.
It's that BS, so it's 4 inches. 3.99 inches.
No. You have to be within 3 inches of the enemy
Okay. So then
to heroic. Yeah.
It's got to be right on.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make
Unless
sure.
yeah. No. You have to. The enemy model has to be within 3 inches. Okay. So I'm going to be putting the lists up on. This is Tori's list. So I'm going to be putting the lists in YouTube, so you should be able to see them soon. So I'm putting Tori's list up first, and then I'm going to be putting the Nurgle list up next as well. This is my first night fight, but I'm loving it. Thanks, Jake. I really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. You know, hey, thanks a lot to everybody who's tuning in. This is the kind of stuff we do. I'm trying to get like cool, entertaining, knowledgeable bat reps with players that know what they're doing, showcasing a variety of different armies and stuff out there. So, you know, thanks a lot for asking questions, keeping the conversation flowing. I demand more blood, says Venomous Wig. We haven't bled enough, have we? I'm actually just the top right camera doesn't convey much information. Maybe a raised side angle zoomed in to see the game from the side. Yeah, makes sense. I like the top right camera basically showing the players, but yeah, I guess I could do something different there as well. You know, definitely could make it a little different. Depends on what we wanted. The biggest thing is I'm running with, like, I have the 5 cameras, so I've got the 4 on here, and then I've got the 5th, which is my handheld, which I can use that to kind of zoom into stuff. But as it goes, I could definitely sort of switch it up a little bit. Maybe make the top camera the clock / everything else. The thing is, I probably need a stand for the clock, and then put my portable on the clock so I could toggle between those two. So there's a lot of different things I kind of want to try with like the stream itself, but if you guys have any suggestions, I do appreciate suggestions. Vinci Denhar says, I made it to a live. Welcome to Fight Night, or as we call it, Night Fight. because that is a very Drukharian thing to say. That's right.
Do you have anything left to fight over there? Great. Use my last command point.
Okay. Nope. So we get it.
Does he blow up? He does.
Oh!
You take
One.
one mortal wound.
Who blows up? What?
He killed Morty. He just killed Morty.
Who takes mortal wound? Everybody within.
Oh
Right?
yeah, and this guy here too.
Okay. Well, okay.
He
Well,
take.
just takes one under this.
Perfect. So Morty did go down, which is to be
Is that
expected,
Venom in range?
but he sacrificed himself dearly.
This guy is. Just one to go. Nope.
So Morty has gone down, folks.
Kingslayer.
They got Kingslayer.
Yeah, so it's a full Kingslayer points there.
That
Definitely.
fleshy abundance is big.
Oh, you didn't heal him?
And,
That makes sense.
He would be alive.
I'd say make your personal cam top right, dice tray and timer at the bottom, and something else in the middle. Okay, interesting. So my personal cam top right, so you can kind of see me.
yeah, you-
Okay, well I can
no,
definitely
I go
change
for
that
it.
up
I
there.
didn't
So
charge. Oh, yeah, no.
video
Yeah, yeah.
top.
So these guys.
So
are
I could
last,
switch
right?
it up.
So-
Why not? Let's do this. So video top.
So 11 because
Let's
of the camp.
do FaceTime built-in camera. Video bottom. We can do the C19. That one there. Boom. There you go. Some of that.
And fives.
You can kind of see me a little better there. Yeah, that was a quick switch.
All right, so 4 saves
To a
in total.
Vindicare headshot.
2 of them are two-
Oh, Mortarian, I thought that we were talking about the flyer. No.
Four saves?
No. Although, my flyer dying to the Vindicare headshot at that mini Wargaming battle report was absolutely hilarious.
That's what fell out of my hand. That's why I
Yes,
did it.
that's a win for the Dark City, killing Mortarion. That does make sense.
Takes two.
Yep.
And then two normals.
Yep.
Like that. Yep.
Make-
So one guy takes two. And this one.
Yep.
Okay.
Is anybody wounded there?
You had one guy in there that had taken...
No, he already died last.
Oh, he did, okay. 3 wounds, yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Is that your turn?
He still gets to attack, and I get to attack.
Okay. Okay. So back and forth. Don't forget the clock back and forth
Yeah,
there, folks.
two.
Okay, wow, it's coming down to the wire. It's 33 minutes and 39 minutes on the clock, and there's only the bottom, the middle of turn, oh no, bottom of turn 3 right now, which is definitely a big deal. It's going to start getting tight with the time. We're going to see the players kind of like really focus on what they need to get done, which is very intense. I also lost a Talus to Morale once. I did too, actually. You'd be surprised how you can lose a Talus to Morale against like Death Jesters and like Hemlocks nearby and stuff like that. Hello from Winnipeg, says Yardhammer. Happy to hear you're playing for Team Canada this year. Keep up the good work. No problem. I played for Team Canada last year too, but thank you. We hope to do you guys proud. Keep cheering us on, because we have a good team this year. A good fun team. So we're excited about it. I like the video switch, says Abraham Street. Exactly how I lost it, actually. Venomous Wig. Yeah. I guess it's one of the only ways you could lose that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So 4 wounds onto those guys.
Dun, 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 dun.
Same unit?
Mm-hmm. Put the time back on him if he's still rolling. Yeah.
It's your go now.
Are you done?
Yep.
Okay, pause it real quick so we can do a
No,
scoring.
he still has to attack me with his.
Oh, he's still attacking.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
very
here.
cool.
If they're base to base.
Nice. Why do you use a time limit, says Mode Led? Well, at a tournament, it's becoming more and more popular in Warhammer 40,000 to have access to chess clocks, and to be okay with using a chess clock if your opponent would like a chess clock. You only need one person out of the 2 people to request a chess clock to use one at a lot of events. And it's just good to not only practice with a chess clock, but also get used to the mechanics of them. And a lot of the times, tournaments will give you 2.5 hours or 2 hours and 15 minutes or something like that to play a game. So you have to learn how to play the game within that time frame of an hour and 15 to an hour and 20 minutes. On the clock, we put an hour and a half each, which is a 3-hour round, which is a very generous round for the stream for 2 reasons. Number one, yes, we get to banter, but the whole point is for you to come and see a competitive game, and I don't want it to drag on forever. We had a game a couple weeks ago that went almost 6 hours, and I was here till 3 a.m., and it was fun. It was really entertaining. However, I had to get up early in the morning. So putting a 3-hour cap on the game means that I kind of know what's going to happen. We can end the game when it's supposed to end, and we can kind of move on and do something else as well. So, where can I see that Nurgle list? It says David. You can go to the description and check it out, or you can go to the Twitch stream and check it out there. Do you want to pause the timer real quick while we do a count? So let's do a count here, folks.
He's got all Game Buster. Morale.
I get guys back. Level 1. I get 3 guys back.
So you got your full Game Buster?
Yep.
You got a recon last turn, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. And you got a recon this turn too?
Yep.
No, not
Me?
like you got a recon on your not on
He
your
got-
second
he has
turn,
two,
on your
3.
third turn.
He has 2 recon points.
He has 1.
Yes.
You should have.
I should have
2.
another one. Yeah.
Your next turn you'll
Yeah,
have another.
yeah.
Yeah. So you'll have 1 this
I
So we
turn.
just
both killed the same though, right?
You maxed
Yeah.
out Morty, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You maxed out Morty. So you got 2 more for Kingslayer.
So I have 4 there.
Each
You have
hold
4
2.
there.
I almost
Killed
killed
1.
this other
You killed
thing.
1.
Pardon? We each hold 2, yeah.
Killed 1. Hold 1. Did
That's
anybody get kill more this round?
No, we each killed one thing.
You each
Yeah.
killed 1, eh?
What
Morty would have lived.
What did you
that
kill?
I killed
Lion?
the
would-
plane.
Plane.
Yeah.
Do you need morale here or no?
Okay. Okay, folks. Holy moly.
Okay, folks, holy moly, this is crazy. It's definitely a super, super tight game right now. You guys tuned into a good one. You know, right now, command points, we have Jason with 0 command points, and Tori with 1 command point, which he stole, right? You still have the 1? Cool, he's probably going to use it for a clutch reroll at some point in the game, which is awesome. Victory points wise, we've got Jason with 6 primary points and 6 secondary points. 6 primaries and 6 secondaries, and right now we have Tori with 6 primaries and 7 secondaries.
What are my secondaries?
Marked for death,
Yeah.
the blue plague bearer unit,
Okay.
and all the dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
So those 2 dreadnoughts
Yeah.
and the other one. So you have 1 because you killed the dreadnought.
Yeah.
And recon.
Oh yeah. Oh, and recon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Max,
You
recon.
did get recon this turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so we have 6 to 7. So it is a 1-point game right now, folks. What an intense game so far. If possible, are lapel mics possible for the players, or would it make it too difficult to transfer audio between your mic and theirs, as well as the monetary aspect? Well, it depends. I don't really know. I haven't really considered that. So my thing right now is I have a mic that's on top of the players, like in the camera, so I can kind of go back and forth from that, and that does help at all a lot.
These little knights are sick.
Yeah, the mini knights, they're all magnetized as well, so their little arms come off and you can kind of switch them and stuff.
Yo, those things are cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Warhammer on the go.
Little mini knights.
Yeah, you can actually it's travel size.
Actually, you know what's really funny? You can play Apocalypse with the epic models. So it-
Rodriguez.
You just have to scale it down and then you can play it. So you can carry an Apocalypse army in a box this big. It's really fun. Whoa, that's low scoring for ITC. It's only turn 4 right now. Like it's 6. That's 14. They're on pace to get like 30 points at the end of the turn here. And the clock is running, so we've got tons of stuff that they're doing here. Right now, the psychic phase is happening, but it's not low scoring for ITC. This is on par for ITC, and we're in battle round 4 at the moment
Goes off with a 9.
as well. So super exciting.
Take 2.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Super excited to happen. Whoa. Oh, I thought it was later. No, we're only battle turn 4. You have 0 left.
And I'm gonna stop it because I can and I didn't, and it doesn't matter because you said it was.
Izani from YouTube. You fellas using ITC rules? Yeah, they're using ITC. This is an ITC competitive format. It is mission 3 of the ITC. All is chaos. Hey, buddy. Haven't seen you in a while on the Twitch stream. Nice. Thanks for tuning in.
How
Yeah.
many people are watching right now?
So right now we've got 40 people on YouTube
40
and
people on YouTube are
and then
watching.
yeah. and 20. We had almost 40 people on Twitch for a little bit.
Oh, Look
Yeah.
at us making some numbers on prime time.
Yeah, prime time numbers, 10 at 12 p.m. at night.
All those. Never mind.
Everybody who's hanging out at home, enjoying.
So 5 saves.
I'm having a lot of fun. This is really fun. And I'm almost out of water though, so you can see here.
Who was that into?
However, we've got an hour left,
I
folks.
can't believe I just rolled 5 6s like that. Oh, and then what? One more?
2 more.
2 more? Okay.
You can't believe you just rolled what?
I rolled 2 6s and a 5 on his minus 3 damage or whatnot. And then 2 go through.
Nasty. Prime painting hour. Yes, Yardhammer. Prime painting hours right now. Hashtag just put paint on it. Hashtag just put paint on it. Because if you have a problem in life, you can hashtag just put paint on it. Okay, let's go to the players.
I thought you were going to shoot him, but you didn't.
These guys get to go still.
Wait, who did that?
Him. It's
Oh.
flamers.
Oh.
Yeah. We're gonna throw a grenade at the venom.
Oh, okay.
First,
-1.
Venomous Wig says, turn this into Drunkhammer.
Miss.
I can turn this into high hammer.
I don't think the possessed has any grenades. My sorcerer is gonna throw a grenade and is gonna shoot his pistol at your rat.
Who is that?
I miss. Rolling off right now. Dude is gonna shoot your plane.
Yep, make it rain.
Hitting on 3s.
Yeah, buddy.
You are wounded, so you have to reroll everything.
Yeah.
I love it. This purge. You hit everything?
Yeah.
3s.
Oh yes, that makes sense. Oh right, because they hit on 2s normally.
5 saves, -1.
Ooh, high Drunkhammer. That does make sense.
4 ones. So 8 damage.
Okay, he's just knocking. Jason's being very methodical with these planes, just like knocking them out one at a time.
2.
Yep, that's what I did. I just put it on the table.
Last guy's gonna do the same thing.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right. Got to focus that fire. Enjoying this while I build some aggressors, says Abraham. Nice, Abraham Street. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're not finding the stream too aggressive while you're building aggressors.
We got 6 saves. -1.
I like how Tori laughs at my jokes.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! I wanted to blow up and hurt his stuff.
A big game.
Yep. Oh shoot, you've gotten 3 big game hunts so far, right? Oh, so that's actually it's a tied game right now. Oh. Yeah, he's +1 on you right now.
Okay.
Oh baby, that was actually a tied game because I didn't count a big game hunter there. Wow, that is very close, guys. This is like turn 3, and it is down to the wire. Although Tori does have an entire unit of grotesque that hasn't been touched yet. Morty's dead, so that's not good for Jason because those grotesque just kill things like crazy. I'm gonna go hit the restroom, which means vengeance for comrades, says Venezuela. Hashtag. That makes sense. And I'm going to.
I'm attacking him fight last.
Okay, so we'll do the possessed then.
Into the grounds.
Yeah. 5 attacks, hitting on 2.
You want to read them?
Yes, please.
I'll have some since Tori's full mine.
I did have some.
Hold him hit.
Here. I'll
Wounding,
finish it right now.
wounding on 3s. Because he's right beside the Exalted Champion, he gets to reroll everything. Okay, so Tori, that is 5 saves at -2, but you have a reroll save.
Who is this on?
This is on your grotesque.
So
It's
2
D3
rolls?
damage. D3
Okay.
damage.
Oh, you should have done it 1 at a time.
Well, one's a 3.
But
one's
it's
a
only 4. So kill both.
1 left.
Yep.
Then I get to activate a unit. So I'm going to activate this last Plague Bearer unit.
Yep.
Pile in.
I really like my list.
It's good, man. It's tough. So they're all going to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I should have just
8.
castled up in one corner with all my growth tasks. Just should never have had a weak squad.
4s. Wow. And then 5s with rerolls.
1, 2.
So 2 are at 2. So 1 is 2 damage, and then 3 other ones.
Take 2. one. There's one move left. Yes! You like them apples?
Don't. You can attack.
Oh yeah, he is. He's gonna touch your nose in naughty places.
I like that.
I'll hit.
You're attacking my champ. What are you attacking here?
Yeah, oh, I was just swinging him back into the...
Homunculus?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, 4... No, so that's 4 into your dude bros, into these guys.
Okay.
Just
Four?
he was just swinging
Okay,
for you.
4. How about that?
That's some shitty apples.
And then your boss.
My dude into your dude. Sucked.
1. Any minus?
Nope.
Okay, takes 1.
There's 3 left.
Alright, so he has 5 attacks because of his warlord trait.
Yep.
And then he gets another attack with his chainsword. So hitting on 2s, your character gets to reroll hits.
Sure.
And then I'm winning you on 2s because it's a plus cleaver.
Sure.
Because all the champion gets to reroll out.
Totally cool.
Yeah. Alright, 5 saves.
Cool. 4 of us. How do you like that?
Fucking asshole.
Oh.
Hits you.
Miss.
You just tanked that. That was brutal. I thought I was going to chop you in half there.
No! Little does he know. Homunculus don't play them games.
Okay.
Okay, folks, what did I miss?
I almost killed the Garot unit. My champ went in, hit with everything, wounded with everything. He made all his saves.
Oh,
Grotesque just ran away.
those grotesques can get brutal sometimes when they decide not to die ever, which can be
Homunculus will get out of there.
definitely very
He's
interesting.
just gonna chill here and he's gonna kill him just because it's fun. Okay.
Wubba, mate. No problem. To move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Move it, move it. I like to move it. We like to.
We're still in combat here, actually. Sorry, I'm not done. My plague bear gets attacked through Homunculus.
And we got all the stuff going. Get excited.
3.
3. Yep.
Okay.
1 save.
Four. Save.
Sure.
And kept hitting and going out. There's dice in the corner for your cat.
Why are you rolling dice like crazy?
It was more entertainment
You know,
factor.
you do know that dice tray is like really close to the table for a reason. Is it his turn now? Okay, perfect. Just curious, what do you think of Incubi in 8th? Loved them in 7th, but haven't tried them yet in 8th. They're really fun. They just die terribly. Usually, it's how that works. They just they suffer from the way too expensive and very too easy to kill, which is a shame a lot of the time. And that's always a shame when that happens. I like to move it, move it. We like to move it, move it. I had that song stuck in my head for some reason. I want Jason to win just because it's Tory, says Jeff Brown.
Thank you, Jeff.
So Jeff here rooting for Jason. Awesome. Go Nurgle. One vote for Nurgle.
My max out gangbusters, you said?
Your gangbusters is maxed. You still have to get one more big game, and you got another recon this point, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. And then you kill one, hold one.
Recon do you got now?
Did you kill one, hold one? Yeah, kill one, hold one.
I'll get one more right now.
And that's what? 4?
Where's your recon, Tori?
What's over here?
Those guys are on that side.
What's over here?
These guys on this side.
And what's in this corner here?
This guy right here.
Oh, there's a guy behind that? Okay, perfect. Cool. Awesome. Oh, it's just that he's the lone grotesque?
Track, right?
Yeah, I'm keeping track of that.
I have all
Yeah.
of my recons now.
Yeah, so you have 3 recons. Because you didn't get it on the first turn.
Yeah, because these guys were there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool. Jeff does say he likes your new haircut, Tori.
Well, thanks.
They suffer from mandrakes, do their job much better in every regard. Yeah, mandrakes are just much better, like in general.
You have 1 command for that turn?
Yeah. He has 1.
That's some type of
Yeah, so I like Incubi. I'll run them in a friendly game. I won't run them in like a competitive game simply because for like 80 points you're getting 6 wounds with a 3+ save that like are okay, but they have decent attacks and then you just die. For 105 points you get 3 grotesques that have 12 wounds. That's double the wounds. And have a 4-up save, toughness 5, can be toughness 6, mortal wounds, regular attack. Like, it's just, grotesques are like 10 times better than Incubi in like every respect. So, why would you do that? Why? What about Inari Incubi? They're good, but then if you want them to get strength from death, you have to give them the CPs, and then you're spending command points for no reason. Really. Like, giving them an invulnerable save is fun. You know, it's okay. It's not bad. But, yeah. Okay, so we got all the Venoms again shooting at Rodigus.
Yep. Well, he's doing 2 right now.
Oh, 2 at a time. Oh, he has 4 wounds left. Okay. So Rodigus might go down now because there's a lot of shooting from the Venoms. So let's see with all this poison. And then, of course, he has the Ravagers, but he has to try and kill these Dreadnoughts, because the Dreadnoughts are marked for death as well. Okay. But let us know what you think. Who... Right now it's tied as it goes into the battle round, but there's three shooting phases left for the Drukhari. So we'll see. What, sorry? Is he down? Yeah. So big Rodigus does go down. David Mans, hey, how's it going? Joining us on YouTube, asks, what are your thoughts on Inari? Inari. I like Inari. I think they have a lot of variety. There are a lot of units in the Drukhari and Eldar Codex that sort of kind of shine when they're in the Inari, like in an Inari detachment. I definitely wouldn't make... I don't think you could really... Like, if you're playing an Inari army list, it'd be different than a Craftworld or a Drukhari detachment. However, you... however, if you build an entire army of it, I feel like you'd just be a little hamstrung in terms of options, because you really need to build an army that's sort of like all-encompassing. I think Harlequins benefit a lot from being an Ari, because they can strike first in combat and get some really cool stratagems and things like that. And having like... But then you have to have like 3 different detachments. You have to have like Harlequin detachment, you have to have a Drukhari detachment, and you have to have a Craftworld detachment to really make the most out of the Inari rule set. But then you have to take all 3 Inari characters, and it's like a lot of points invested. So they funnily enough, work really well at like a very large like point level, if that makes any sense. So... but hopefully that answers your question, David. Venomous Wig says, what is Tori using for his grotesques? A cool conversion. Tori, do you mind passing me one of your grotesques from back there? It's a cool conversion. Any of them. Any that you want to show off. Based on the Bullgrin models and a bunch of Talos bits. So they are definitely a very common sort of like conversion for them. Here, let's take a look at these. This is a hobby spotlight in the middle of night fight. So you've got, you know, Talos bits kind of plastered onto Bullgrin, right? The head, you know, you've got the whips and stuff from the Chronos, the Talos, and then some like bits and stuff to just kind of bring them all alive. And that sort of really brings out the unit itself. Yeah. It's a it's a very fun sort of like conversion that's not too expensive, like in relation to actually buying grotesques, which can be like absolutely crazy because they're like $40 each or something if they're one pose fine cast. Which come on GW, if you're watching, come on, release those plastic grotesques already. We know you have them. Ooh, yes, I know Venomous Wig. They are very well done. Very, very nicely done. I think that they definitely fit into their own, which is awesome.
These guys will actually know since they're charged, they won't be able to.
Awesome. So we're entering the last 50 minutes of play, folks, which is awesome. It's the bottom of turn 4, quite literally the bottom of turn 4, and the 2 players deep in thought here. Or it's 12:30 at night. We've got the day is weighing on both of them. You know, rolling some dice, trying to get as many points as physically possible as they move into the bottom of the turn here. We've got like a whole bunch of grotesques charging in, venoms, trying to do as much damage as physically possible. This is going to get nasty fast. Haha.
Attack these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4 guys going in there.
So, sorry, Tori, this guy's, my possessed is going to heroically intervene too. So he's in combat now with these guys. Well, he can go through the wall, right?
Yeah,
he's
but
within 3.
Yeah, but would he want to be able to fit between these guys? Because this one won't be able to move. Because like
Sure,
where
sure.
like just
Yep.
where your guy is.
Sure, go.
So
You're -1 to hit.
yep. These are the wounds. So those are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 regular saves and 4 mortals. Good conversion there.
We've got some damage happening here. We got how many grotesques are?
2 guys and then lost 5 there, right?
Hmm?
So 7 in total.
All right, because you had some come back last turn, right, Jason?
Yep.
How many are left in the unit?
Just one. You got the banner.
The banners left? Oh, that's always fun. I love it when the last plague bearer is the guy with the banner, and he's like just 1 away from bringing his friends back. Always fun.
So I did these 4 into there, and then these 3 have to finish here.
But he still has a big unit, but that one banner that's left is the guy that's marked for death as well.
Oh, those guys wouldn't have been -1 anymore because they were under 20. The big guys? Yeah.
Great motivation for me currently converting Nurgle armigers, says Jake. Nice. Nurgle armigers, that's pretty cool. I like Nurgle armigers, they're really neat. Like the armigers or war dogs, as they're going to be called in the Chaos Knights Codex, are pretty much the same as the Imperial ones. The only difference is you can mix them in units, so you can have a combination of like war dogs with like autocannons and ones with like the melters and the chain sword thingies, and they have access to cool stratagems. Like one command point, they can reroll all their misses with the autocannons. One command point, if one war dog makes a charge range, then all other war dogs within 12 of that war dog can reroll charge ranges, which is really cool. And I think that's like the only ones that really come in handy for them. But other than that, the one knight that has the new long range gun is quite handy because it can sit back 60 inches with his like autocannon war dogs or war glaives or whatever, Helverin style ones, and you don't have to get up close. Using Beast of Nurgle bits for some diversity from the usual fly conversion. Super hyped. Nice. Yeah, Knights Codex, Chaos Knights, it's a fantastic book so far. Really enjoying it right now. It has definitely been a really fun one.
They
Okay, so that's the end of the turn.
So
Oh, the end. Oh no, the end.
attack here.
Hey, put the clock back on Jason there, Tori.
4 attacks there. 4s.
So you got
4s and rerolls. 3 saves on the racks.
1 dice. Over here.
Yep.
cool. So we got little 5-man rack units taking some damage on the flank here.
1 attacks and tests.
And then a couple of attacks here and there into some grotesques and whatnot.
1 at 2 damage.
Okay.
And then 3 attacks into the venom. Champ. 1 hit. 5 with rerolls. 1 save on the venom.
And then we've got Feel No Pains and stuff like that. Jake says, love to review the codex, by the way. It's the way I found your channel. Nice. Awesome. Well, welcome, Jake. I'm glad you enjoy the channel. Because, yeah, that was very cool. I tried something new with the book review. I decided to just kind of like talk into a camera and kind of discuss like what I liked and what I didn't like about the book. You know, I find a lot of channels out there just kind of point the camera at the book and kind of go through every single thing, and a lot of times you just want like a quick synopsis and just kind of like digest what the book sort of like feels like. And I was trying to convey that sense of feeling rather than itself as well. So
Toughness is what?
6.
yeah,
And then that's it.
and that's it. So we got some leadership tests here.
And then your leadership on your jig roll.
I get 3 guys back into that gray unit. I get 6 guys back. And then
You gonna get guys back into the lone guy? Oh, he came back.
7, so 5 guys died in this unit.
Oh my goodness! So the lone dude.
He should have been dead, but
Yeah, okay.
we-
He came back, but it was just a mess up. All right.
Yeah.
But he rolled that fateful 1, and a bunch of his friends came back. I always find that entertaining.
6.
6 guys come back. Plague Bearers is so annoying. If you haven't played against Plague Bearers before, you've been living under a rock. Okay, do you want to pause the clock there? So we can do a quick little tally. Okay, did you killed
Killed more.
you killed more?
Yep.
Okay, so you did hold 1, kill more. Who holds what?
We each hold 2.
We each hold 2.
Okay, so that still hasn't changed. So you have 2 points to that 3-pointer. You got Kingslayer. You haven't got your 3rd marked. You got a 2nd. You got your.
I hold this. I would. Yeah, that's never mind.
You hold two.
Yeah, you hold 2. So you did get your 3rd recon point.
Yep.
You have 2 recon points, Jason. 4 for Gangbusters, 3 for Big Game.
Yep.
Okay, and then okay, perfect, awesome. So as we move into the 5th battle round, folks. Oh, this is getting to the wire now. Battle round number 5 out of 6 total battle rounds in an ITC mission.
6 left?
So Jason is running with 8 primary points to 9 secondary points. Very intense. And then victory points for Tori are 9 primary points and 9 secondary points. It is a 1-point game right now.
For me, so.
Tori is winning by a single point. But this is a really close game. This has been crazy close game. The only reason he's winning by 1 point is because he got kill more last turn, which evened the score, evened that up. So, which definitely very intense. Chi Tank did have a question on Twitch. Why do most witch attachments go for strife over red grief? Does the one attack outweigh the advance and charge? I would actually say that most detachments are cursed blade, not cult of strife, because the +1 strength is incredibly powerful, and so is like the +1 strength is very strong, but also the ignore morale, like the only losing 1 model for morale.
4+? Is it 2 dice out of 4+?
It's what?
For his relic.
You roll. No, it's not on a 4+. It's just you deny. Roll 2 dice. You have to beat his
So
roll.
then I'll see.
Yeah.
What did you roll?
On an 11.
Wait, I can't even beat it.
So the grotesques don't have impulse saving.
Correct.
Then he's gonna smite.
So he successfully death hexed the big unit of grotesques.
One mortal wound on the rat.
Shidizzo says, "Dark City for the win." He says, "Don't let me down, Tori."
Who said that?
Shidizzo. He doesn't want you to let him down.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, they're rooting for you.
Okay.
Try
So he's gonna shoot them.
Ah, the
So
Dark
three,
Kin.
wounded. So hits.
Feel like it's been a close the whole game. Let's go, Drukhari, says Fatal Hit. Cursed Blade is the most taken. Strife has the best combos. Yeah, Strife is really fun. Cursed Blade is really fun as well. So there are definitely some cool things that you need to kind of keep in mind as well.
Wounded Ravager. So 3s.
So right now we've got that last trying to take out this wounded Ravager over
6
here.
saves.
Come on, baby.
10 damage into the wounded Ravager. This is for a kill and his last big game hunter point, which could be a big deal. Got him?
Yep.
Does she blow?
Nope.
She didn't blow? Cool. Big game hunter done, and that is a kill one for the turn as well for Jason, which is a big deal. And that also reduces the amount of disintegrators coming back. Not that it matters at this point. Well, it does against that other Dreadnought, because now it's only poison shots, which makes a big deal. Turns out Strength 3 and melee isn't that effective. I've never understood Red Grief being superior because Strength 3 and melee doesn't mean much. Plus, the Curse Blade can afford to keep the Shardnet and Hackatrix. Yeah. As the last 2 models, you fail morale and lose Hackatrix. Yeah. Definitely. I use Curse Blade because I find the Curse Blade Strength 4 is really useful in more situations than the +1 attack. However, when I'm having fun, I love Strife because I love rolling like buckets of dice, and Lilith is really fun to play. Zaldra 5. I have so many Eldar jet bikes I need to put together, but this game is distracting me. Well, I'm glad you're distracted, because the whole point of this is for it to be entertaining for you guys. We try and do this every week. This is night fight number 5. Out of all the night fights that we've done, this has been one of the better ones, actually, now that we're starting to get our system down pat, which is kind of fun. You can see there, we've got action happening over there. That's where most of the combat's happening. Then on this side, we've got a little combat next to that objective. That Dreadnought was the one that killed that Ravager. And then there's a couple of Nurgle characters in that combat over there somewhere. Ooh, there we go. And then we've got like one Grotesque holding that objective and a Ravager. So there's some stuff happening over there as well. Oh yeah, deep striking 2 units and 20 strife witches, and even orcs will weep. Oh yeah. No, I find even 5-man witch units.
Okay. Well, it's D3 damage, but it doesn't matter. 3 damage, right?
3 damage.
And then I guess I get to activate a unit, right? So I'll do the Plague Bearers. 6 of them attacking like rots.
Yep.
1 guy's gonna attack the venoms, and then I have 4 guys that can attack here.
Okay, so right now we've got a lot of attacks happening.
6 on the grots.
Things happening all over the place here. I'll find them. I'll find them. Apparently, this dice tray can be hard to miss sometimes.
Okay, so 1, but it's at
It happens.
2 damage. Okay, guys. Plague Bearers.
Yeah. No, but you already killed the one guy here.
But I thought I had 1 guy with a wound left.
You killed him last turn. Last round of attacking from that claw dude. And then these guys killed 3 dudes.
Okay.
And then this guy just took 2 damage.
Okay. And then on the
Yeah, because the D3 damage killed the 1 wounded model. Yeah,
there,
makes sense.
4 here. These are on the racks here. 4s.
Okay.
2, 1 is 2 damage.
Okay, so I didn't realize that. 4 up, it's the guy. So he takes 2 damage. It doesn't matter. He does.
And then you get to attack with somebody.
Okay, push the clock over to him if he's attacking.
Yeah,
Cool.
So my grotesque,
Well, let us know what you've been thinking so far. If you have any questions for the players, as we move into the end of the game here, put your questions in the comments because we have a post-game sit-down where we talk to the players. And if you have any questions specifically for them on parts of the game that you'd like us to discuss, make sure you leave a question. You can also tweet Skari at Skari2. You can tweet me at Skari2 if you have any quick questions you'd like to throw onto Twitter as well, where we can read some of those Twitter comments. Tori, have you used your last command point?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're out of command points now. Very exciting stuff. And this is coming down to the wire. Mode LED, are you allowed to use converted models at ITC tournaments? Yes, yes you are. Every tournament in the ITC is ran by its tournament organizer, or TO, and the TO can put whatever rules they want in place, and then just record the win-loss, and then send that out to the ITC.
And then I'll put the last 2 guys into the plate bearers. Leave it on my side.
And there we go. So yes, you can. If there's a conversion that you're not certain about, you send usually a picture to the TO, and the TO will say, yes, I allow this conversion, or no, I don't allow this conversion. And that's the easiest way to deal with that. William Patton, nice to see another fun game, he says. Thank you. I appreciate it. We try and keep them entertaining as much as possible. Considering I had to sit here for 3 hours and comment and drink water so my voice doesn't disappear, which is super exciting. Okay. So this is like such a bloodbath in the middle of the table here. It's nuts. Question. Okay, Venomous Wig. I'll try and keep that quick. Hopefully it doesn't disappear too far up the chat. If it does, I'm just gonna have to get you to re-ask it when we go to the final sit and chat part of this little event, which is awesome. But let's go to the players and see how chatty they are.
2. 1. Good. Oh, baby. Then yeah, that would be your turn, I think.
Well, I'm good.
They're not counting anymore. 3 dead. And my 2.
Okay. Perfecto. Coven majority list. Shudizzo. Skari, how many witches are too many to own? I own 40 and I have a feeling I want more. I own like 80 of them. I have 60 painted that I can put on a table. I've been having a lot of fun using them in Apocalypse. And I feel like if you're running a witch like horde list, you need at least 60. But I never really use more than like 20 usually. I'll either run like... Well, no, never more than 30. I'll run like 1 big unit of 20 and then like 2 of 5 or 1 of 15 and 1 of 10, 1 of 5. So, it just really depends. If you have a list concept that needs more than that, like, I've only inherited that many witches, not because I've gone out and physically bought witches, because I've like won witches at like events or things like that as well.
7 plus the chance of 8 attacks.
Yep.
And we still got some attacks happening here
1 hit. That's
from
1 save on the grotesques.
There you go. Okay, perfect. So, do you want to let the people know what happened during your turn there, Jason?
And
Not too much. I killed a Ravager. I death hexed it, but didn't really do anything. I didn't kill enough. So.
Okay, very cool.
He didn't get all the grotesques there at the... you didn't get many of them at all?
I didn't roll very well to hit.
Oh, okay. So they didn't kind of do what they were supposed to. Okay, so the Plague Bearers, you know, fighting tooth and nail here for every point. Have to tune out, says Jake. No problem. Work in the morning. Thanks for keeping me entertained. We'll try to catch the next one. Good luck. This video is recorded on Twitch and on YouTube, so you can always watch it after. 80 challenge accepted, says Shadizo. Can never have too many troops, says Zaldra. That's true. You can never have too many troops. That is definitely true. Zaldra, thanks for the follow. Toral Black, thanks for the follow. Silent Rock, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Really appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. And girls. Guys and girls. You are all fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. As we move into the bottom of Battle Round 5. This is the mop-up phase where things are just starting to kind of like, you know, little things here, little things there happen. So, always super fun. Da, da, da. What, sorry? Yeah, you got your last big game. So you should have 4 big games, 4 gangbusters, and 3 recons. 3 recons, yeah. Cool. You've almost maxed out all your secondaries. You just have 1 more recon to get. Yeah.
Alright, so he's gonna shoot him.
Okay, so now we got some Venoms shooting at some stuffs. It's on your time, Jason. You might want to... Be my lover.
3.
Almost done. Da, da, da. Ba, 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 da, ba, 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 da.
Do you guys want a fig bar?
9, 10.
What's that?
A fig bar?
Sure.
Yeah.
And
It is blueberry. We'll look for them all before you go.
All the dice disappearing. Some popping blue Kari down there. Yeah, they're pink and blue, Austin.
Oh, is Austin watching?
Austin Riley.
Oh,
They're pink and blue, yeah. Ice blue and like a really awesome like purple pink, which is
mine?
yeah. It's a great like fading like scheme, color scheme thingy.
So, Ravager in the head. Let's see if we can go hot. Roll ones.
So, got all this stuff ready to rock and roll.
Okay, and then that one guy into those.
So Ravager did nothing? Cool. So Ravager did nothing into the Contemptor Dreadnought, so the Contemptor is still very much alive.
The last venom into those dudes right there.
And he's just getting kind of excited. Should be getting some Forge World Hornets. Nice. I heard Hornets are actually decent nowadays in the Forge World whole like Forge World stuff detachment or whatever. If possible, can we see one of the Ravagers? Yes, they're on the table right over there. No. Yeah, no. Let me they're not finished yet. However, they do look pretty cool. So let's show you one of these Ravagers. There you go. So he's going to be working on some of this black stuff, but he's got that pink and blue, which looks pretty cool as well. And that is one of the Ravagers. They look pretty snazzy, pretty fancy. They looks pretty sexy if you ask me. You know, it doesn't have a crew other than the gunners, but other than that, it's pretty decent as well. And we're now in combat, I'm assuming. So doing some combat. Morning, Oliver Samstag from Germany. What's going on? Welcome to Night Fight, where we fight and it's night. Here. Kind of excited. Should we get... Oh, no. Good. Awesome. Thanks a lot. You guys, fantastic. This is fantastic. This is the biggest stream we've had to date. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. As always, shout out to all the channel Patreons. You can check their links right, or their logos right up here, scrolling. And a huge shout out, of course, to the Patreons to the channel. Over 200 Patreons. You guys, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for allowing me to do what I love. And I hope you enjoy the content. And right now, we're just finishing some rolling here. We have 26 minutes left in the round. Exciting stuff. But there's plenty of time to finish an entire battle round with all this... like stuff happening. So much stuff going on here. What happens if the clock hits 0, says William Patton. So if a person runs out of time, they're not allowed to move or do any voluntary actions. They're allowed to roll saves for their units, but that is all. So you're basically stuck there while your opponent finishes out their clock. So yeah. So you want to make sure that you have time at the end, towards the end of the battle round. Yeah, a lot of the times I will use the first couple of turns will be a lot faster, and then as the game goes into its final turns, I will slow down and take more time to think, especially around turn 3 and turn 4. Those are the turns that you really need to just like sometimes take a bit of time to take a step back and breathe and realize what's happening, and then kind of make a move. Sometimes I've taken time and I put it on my clock and I go to the bathroom and splash water on my face and get a drink of water and just take a deep breath. And sometimes that helps you kind of reset when you need to, you know. I've done that a couple of times. So if you clock 0 on turn 3, they get to do turns 4 to 6 with you doing anything. Oh yeah, 100%, William. Yeah. Because it's only fair that in the time of the match, you each get half the time. It's there's no, that is the only fair thing at a tournament. And so many times you see games not finishing because somebody has too many models, or, you know, or they're just slow, or they roll a lot of dice. You know, they slow play you to try and get onto objectives, and it just really helps prevent that as well. It does mean, though, that some of the strong lists that are like horde heavy, you have to get very good at moving and rolling a lot of dice, which is like super important. As if you know, especially if you have like rolls and then re-rolls of the re-rolls of the re-rolls, like it takes a lot of time to kind of get that all sorted, right? So, but hopefully that answers your question, William. Mm-hmm.
6 plus 1 more, so 7 die.
Barely killed them. Save forever to kill these plague bears.
These 2.
Oh, yeah.
Is that your last mark for death guy?
No, he still has the contemptor.
Oh, okay. So that's a third one, right? Okay. Third mark for death there. That Nurgle unit he's been in combat with since turn, was it 2? Since turn 2, finally died. Those plague bearers finally went down. No problem, William. So I highly recommend that you use chess clocks at a tournament. I have a chess clock, thanks to Kevin and Irvin from the Basement Collective. I've been borrowing one from them for now, and I usually put a chess clock on every game I play at a tournament. Doesn't matter. And it's not just for my opponent to make sure they're not wasting time, because I can manage my opponent's time. It's not a big deal. Like, I'll switch it over back to me or back to them when it needs to be. My army requires a lot of dice rolling when I'm playing the Venoms. And if I don't keep track of my time, I will run out of time in the round, and I need all 6 turns to really make sure that I'm everywhere as I need it as well.
Okay.
Other than that,
Do you have anything else?
Venomous Wig says, I have a Tyranid friend who can do his entire movement phase with 40 geniuses and I'm going in like 5 minutes. Oh yeah, 100%. Like, you get, the more you play with a list that's like multiple models, things like that, you just kind of like, just gets going, right? So, definitely interesting. I'm going to my first tournament since 5th edition, says William, in about 9 weeks. I run 2 battalions of Astrometaur and 1 Vanguard of Space Wolves, with Wolfen, Lone Wolf, Ancient, 2 units of Longfangs. Nice. That seems really fun. Space Wolves are really fun, like, complementary army to, like, Astrometaur and things like that as well, so...
Alright, now can I get morale for that guy?
Okay, we have a big morale test here.
7 killed 3.
So they're okay? They didn't run?
Well, there's one guy left, but yeah, he lived.
He lived?
He lived?
He lived.
He rolled a 3 minus 3, 6. Yeah, that's leadership 7. Yeah, they're fine. No, even with the -1 leadership from the Dark Eldar, which would be on turn 5. Yeah. Yeah. So 6 and 6 is good. Okay. Did you pause that? You did? Okay, let's tally this up, folks.
Is it over?
Huh?
Is that it?
No. You have one more turn.
Okay.
Okay, so you get hold 1, right?
You got like a minute left? Oh, 8 minutes.
You got 8 minutes.
So
I got 0 minutes for my ankle.
so Jason, just to tally up turn 5, you got hold 1, kill 1.
Yep.
He got
And
hold done.
you didn't hold
Oh,
on
he
his
held it
turn.
on his turn, yeah, he held it.
Who killed more this turn?
I killed 2 things, and I think you killed 2 things.
I killed 2 things.
So the
we
kill the
killed-
same?
yeah.
Okay. So the kill the same is the same, but
Oh,
you
wait, no, I killed your character.
That was last turn.
That was on your turn. I made him fight last and I killed him with your
You
ripped
killed
ass.
3.
Okay, so he does get the kill more and the hold more this time?
Yep. And then I got the bonus.
All 4?
Yep.
And bonus. Wow, that was a big turn. 5 points to 2. I think that pretty much decides that, just because that crazy turn. Okay, so we're going on to turn 6, folks. And are you going to be able to get your last recon?
Yeah. I'll be able to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So let's move on. Set that clock going,
What are you?
and let's go
I
on.
can move him up. I can move them over. I can move.
He's in.
Yeah, you'll be able to do it.
Through.
That'll be good.
Just
Sure,
roll,
I
just
can
roll
just
to
back a
see.
guy off.
Just roll, yeah, he's in. So
Well,
roll.
he can go 9 inches, Tori.
I know.
I'm just letting you know.
You use my name. Yeah, when you say people's names, that means that there's like some type of angst behind it. Like, don't tell me.
Not
I can't
always.
do it, Jared.
I like it when people say my name. Say my name. Say my name. Da
There's
na
some
na
salt
na na
behind
na.
Jason
Da
there,
na
though.
na 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 na. Okay.
It's also
I didn't
late.
mean anything by it.
So turn 6 is your clock running? Not that it matters, because it's gonna be done.
Well, it was on
I'm
pause.
not gonna win, so we can just kind of talk.
We're just
about
gonna. Okay, let's just talk out the last turn here.
Recon.
Okay, so we're just gonna talk out the last turn here, folks. I'm gonna put the mic on you guys so you guys can.
The only
discuss
thing
it.
you want to roll is see if I can get a kill.
Which are
Well-
you gonna try and kill?
I could try and kill that grotesque by shooting.
I would shoot. Try to. Yeah, I would shoot the 3 racks in front of you.
3 wounds versus 4 wounds, right?
Okay, so yeah, I can move him on the objective.
Well, yeah, 3. Actually, no. Technically, it'd be easier to kill the grotesque. 2 damage, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Kill.
Unless you want to hold the objective so you can hold something.
Well, I'm gonna shoot. Yeah, I would need to. So let's just. I'll do the turn just to see what I can do.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
And the turn is getting played, folks. Get excited.
Do we still got viewers?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh.
Yeah, they actually has gone up since last time.
Wow.
If I remember correctly, Oliver, outside of Nari, not very likely. So Oliver has a question. He says, how likely is it that Asuryani and Drukhari ally? They ally.
I heard you do.
They're like, they fist bump. They're like, fist bump. Yeah, so you can run them in the same army with like no penalty, Oliver. However, story-wise, the Eldar would not trust the Dark Eldar ever. They would know that the Dark Eldar would just like be like, yeah, we'll be your friends, and then turn on them in like as soon as they can.
Alright, I'm going to
That's the impression I get. Just wondering the number in Dari's soup lists. Oh yeah, 100%. So story-wise, it might not be like the best thing, right? So he's getting his last recon, trying to see if he gets this kill.
I think I just killed the venom with a smite.
You killed the venom with a smite.
He did. You got a kill. Okay.
That one over there.
This one?
Was it a mega smite?
Yeah.
Nice. Just to round it off, eh? He's like mega smite.
Denied that one, bro. I'm denying it.
And I'm going to the death touch.
I'm denying that one. Snake Eyes and Perils. He's
Oh
killed
no.
himself. He killed himself.
No, he's got.
No, he killed himself.
Oh, he's not a. He doesn't have disgusting resilience.
Yes. Got a kill.
Well, it doesn't count for it counts for the round, not for your turn.
Hey, it doesn't matter for my turn. I just nullified his kill him with venom.
Hey, Venomous Wig, they have allied in the past. If you have any of the like
That's why I don't like magic.
the
I cost Jim the game when it happened to him. It's funny.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
it does. Yeah, when you perils, so Jason just lost his sorcerer to a perils
on death hex.
on trying to death hex the grotesques,
So,
which is a bit of a shame. Zaldra says, haven't used a clock yet, but I can see how it would help. Yeah, 100%. It does help.
2 damage.
It does help for sure.
And then I'm going to charge them.
Let's do it.
Try and get off the objective.
He makes it in, so now we've got a dreadnought.
Trying to kick some rats.
Dreadnought against some racks,
Oh,
trying
they
to.
just rolled 3 ones.
But I'm purged, so I can reroll.
Oh, make it rain.
3. And toughness is what now? 4. Just 4. 2.
Oh!
You gonna get him?
If he fails both these.
Oh!
Oh, you got him! That gives you a hold too. I love it. Oh, that is fantastic.
Alright, so that's me. I hold, I kill.
Did you get your recon? Yep.
Yeah.
Last recon. Perfect. So that's all that Jason can do. He's scraping for every possible point here.
So
Which
Tori,
is-
let's just say you're going to kill him at least.
Yeah,
You're probably going to kill him.
Oh, he's alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be
That's two.
kill more,
So-
right?
Well, no, because I killed 2 things.
And then the
Yeah,
sorcerer
yeah, so you have to
counts.
kill more.
Yeah.
You have hold more.
Hold one, hold more, kill
yeah.
one, kill
The only
more.
thing you could try and do is kill him for your last big game or marked, whatever.
Well, he'd have to. He has 10 wounds.
Yeah.
He'd have to wound with every Ravager shot.
Well, all of them hit.
Okay, so now we're just seeing whether or not that last Ravager kills. No, not even close.
No.
Okay. So that is that, and that'll be the last recon for Tori. Can you get that last recon point? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Because you're Dark Eldar. So that'd be okay, folks. That is a wrap.
Wait, we're on turn 6 and I didn't get my recon. My
No,
last recon.
You did. You did.
I was like,
That's
oh,
right.
but
I asked, did you? Yes, you did. You did. It is turn 6. That is the end of the game, and the total point level, or the total. Oh shoot! The total VPs are. So we have 2 there. So 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 12. Wow, 12 and 12. That is a high scoring 24 points. Oh shit. And Tori with his crazy 5-point turn, which was definitely a big winner there. We had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 14, and 11. Oh, wait a second, folks. No, that can't be right.
What? Your math?
Yeah, my math is totally off here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. Yeah, 18. Woo! To 29. It's a 4-point game. 29 to 25. It's a 4-point game.
Wow.
Yeah. that was a game, folks. That was what a game. So stay tuned. We'll be right back before we do a post-game recap here. So stay tuned. Yeah, we'll be right back. Bam, 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 bam,
Yeah,
bam,
buddy.
bam, 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 bam,
Oh,
bam,
yes,
bam,
it
bam,
does.
bam, 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 bam. And aha!
What's up?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, night fight number 5, and the winner is Drukhari!
I thought he was going to grab my... supplements fueled this beating. Get all your supplement needs.
All your 40k supplement needs.
All your 40k supplement needs at Boss in Mississauga.
Yes.
Okay, guys, thanks a lot for coming by.
No problem.
That was a really fun, entertaining
It's got an hour
match.
drive home now.
It's all good. At least that's why we have the
Yeah.
that's why we have the chess clock going, so that
Yeah.
it doesn't
Let's
drag
speed up.
on too much. However, it was a 3-point game. 28 points for the Dark Eldar to 25 points. Oh,
That was a good game.
crap.
Good loss. We'll take it.
That was crazy. Okay, so as it's tradition here on Night Fight, we talk about what went well, what didn't go well, and if you guys have any questions in chat, make sure you post them now so that we can discuss them really quickly. Okay, so without further ado, Jason, let's start with you. We always start with the underdog here. Actually, going into it, this is a tough matchup for you.
Yeah, he has a lot of... Well, Dark Eldar have a lot of poison that can hurt my big monsters that rely on their toughness and stuff.
Yeah.
But I thought... Well, I wanted to bring the big guys, see how they do now. That
Yep.
the Castellan's kind of like been taken away. He's not gone, but he's not as prevalent as he was. And I was pretty impressed with how it worked out. That one turn with the Vexator Mask, I hate that relic so much. He just totally neutered. He shut down my Exalted Champion, who I had the Death Hacks finally go off. His Garrots had no invul save, and he had a bunch of attacks, D3 damage, wounding on 2s, rerolling one. Like, he would have just done some work, I was thinking anyways, but then he was like, nope, you're not attacking. He killed him before he could do anything, and then that kind of swung the turn. He got 5 points out of it.
Yeah, that was
It's
a
very
big
smart
turn
move.
right there. And that 5-point turn was a big swing.
It was
happened
big.
on turn
It was big.
5, which was huge. Okay, so what was your favorite part of the match?
Tori's a really good player, and he's been playing Dark Eldar for a little bit now, right?
Yeah, 6 months
Yeah,
at least.
so
now?
he's
No, more
pretty
than that.
familiar. He's pretty familiar with it. So
9 now.
I wanted to kind of get a test. This is a new list I'm kind of tinkering with, so I wanted to get a good test on not only a good player, but it's a strong army, strong list, and I thought I did pretty good.
You held it. You held it the whole time.
There's a couple little things I like, just with psychic powers didn't go off here and there, but that's part of the game, right? Dice are part of the game. You can't really... I'm not going to complain about dice. That happens. But he played it really well, and he took advantage of that big turn, and that kind of swung the game.
Yeah, that big turn, like, it was tight, and then that just flipped it. And considering it was a loss by 3 points, like, that was
the turn
a huge...
that
and the killing more in that one turn where Morty went down,
Yeah.
because you had failed
The fleshy abundance.
to give him that extra wound that he just needed to just stay alive.
Yeah.
Literally.
And then it would have been a draw, like, down the middle. That was, like, that's how close this game was.
Contemptors are boss. They do so much work for me, and they're such a great unit. The Daredevil didn't do as much as he has in the past for me, but he's still a strong unit.
He soaked up, like, everything.
Tori knew he had to take him out, and he did. He focused on him and killed him. So
Yeah, that
Smart
makes
play.
sense. Okay, so Tori, back to you.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. The game went well for me. I out deployed Jason. Is where I feel like I kind of won the game. I kind of got him to put 2 of his dreads on one side of the table, and that allowed me to be away from them for like most of the game, so he wasn't really able to kill my Ravagers until the latter half of the game. So he was having to target my planes, which were naturally -1, so it was a lot better to have them shoot at those opposed to my Ravagers that they would have been hitting on 2s with. And then I didn't kill Morty. He made a lot of saves on Morty with those feel no pains, like at least 10 to 15. It was
On that second turn.
Yeah,
I've had that happen
it was amazing, and it worked really well for him, and it benefited him to be able to push into my stuff. I think I played the game pretty well. Secondaries I could have chosen maybe slightly better, but not really. Again, I was trying to deal... I target priority'd the big fat dude for no reason for like 2 turns just because he's there, and I even talked about why I shouldn't do it, and then I did it again. But that cost me killing the dreads quicker. But truthfully, I should have flown my planes to go kill those guys and my Ravagers over one turn I screwed up and I didn't move my Ravagers close enough because I mismeasured.
Yeah.
And that cost me not getting that last point.
Yeah, makes sense.
But other than that, I feel like I played well.
Grotesques are nasty.
I love them.
They're so good.
I think that I like this list
So
slightly
good.
better than having the extra Razor Wing over that group.
Yeah.
I think having the 3 more, like the extra 4 Grotesques just gives me a little bit more flexibility. And if I want to
how many are you running in this
20.
list? 20. Yeah, 20
So I'm running
Grotesques.
7, 7, and 6.
Yeah, that's not bad. Like Grotesques, they're just so good in the current meta.
Yeah.
They just board control, get in the middle,
I'm
stick
giving
it out.
up Gangbusters any way I look at it if I'm going from 16 to 20.
But it's hard to kill them, right?
Yeah,
it's not
super
they're
it's not-
livable.
Yeah. You get the 4-up invul, and you get like a 6-up feel no pain, and they're tough as nails. They have 4 wounds for some reason.
And
But-
and
Yay!
and what Ridvan was saying was odd about my list is why I use racks inside my Venoms instead of Cabalites. And my reason for that is due to the meta and how I play my army, I have to screen out before I will screen out against a very psychic heavy army with my Venoms and my racks. And when I throw my Venoms up and that pops, you don't want to have something that is just gonna die immediately to give the
like Cabalites.
like Cabalites.
They
Like
just
Ridvan gives up like kill more every turn almost. And 100% he'll give up the Butcher's Bill killing 2 units a turn. I've done it, like, playing him. So, like, his list gives up so much, so I wanted to counter the giving uppers.
Giving uppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I went with that, and it's been treating me very well. And
Racks are great. They're an amazing troop choice.
Come
4-up
on.
invul, 6-up
Racks are
feel no pain.
fantastic.
they're amazing.
Yeah,
They
one of the
are-
best troop choices in the game.
I'm quite possibly the.
Yeah.
Plague Bear.
But yeah,
Plague Bear, okay. Yeah, yeah.
we don't talk about those filthy animals.
Yeah. Actually, Plague Bear is great because they come back to life, which, you know.
And it happened
yeah,
at important times.
When you least they want them to come back, they just pop up and they're like, "Oh, all my friends." came
Yeah,
back."
like
saw-
on
they
the
don't-
5th turn when he got 6 back.
Like they don't really do a lot of damage. Mind you, they did have a turn or 2 where they did some damage to Tori, but like they kind of
They just
get
sit
into
there
you.
and get kicked.
Yeah.
They just they have
They
a hard
scream.
time. Your Nurglings lived the whole game too.
I didn't even target them. That's why.
We do have a question from Venomous Wig on YouTube. Says question with Tori: how do you deal with a full-on Purge Dreadnought list with 3 Daredeos, 3 Contemptors, Levy, and 3 Disco Lords and 2 Demon Princes, aka the Don Huison special? How do you think you
My
deal with it?
Grotesque would just.
That's a lot.
You deep strike 2 units
That's
of
his
Grotesque. You then wrap half of his army that cannot shoot you again, and then you shoot his
Well, the
Disco
Purge
Lords.
stuff can
They can
shoot
shoot
you
you
in
in
combat.
Well, only one of them.
Yeah,
but,
one of
but
them,
the levy shoots you with 16 shots.
Yeah, the Levy would do some damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I Vec that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Fair enough.
I think
like again, I would have to play it.
It's just
I've
those
also,
Lord,
I've
those
also
Disco
played,
Lords. Those Disco Lords are where the damage is at.
I played Austin with a very heavy vehicle list from Chaos, but with my Talos, and he just started evaporating things.
Yeah.
But it's a difficult matchup. I'd have to just hope for the best against it, really.
Will says a Grotesque and Rack detachment is something you run on a regular basis in tournaments.
Yes.
How do you deal with the Knight and Custodes tanks?
Oh, well, Knights I usually
You'll
table.
murder them,
I
yeah, with
I
the
have no
Grotesques.
problem killing Knights at all.
Knights can't kill Grotesque as quickly as you
No.
think.
They can't
the
kill
mortal wounds
racks,
from
for
them, right?
Christ's sake.
That doesn't work
on
against
the vehicles.
No, but it's
But you can
-2,
screen them
and -2. They can't walk over you unless they're in combat. Like
They have a ton of attacks. and-
You move block them, get on
Yeah,
objectives, and then the Ravages.
like
do
I
some
just
damage.
I just played against a 3-Knight list and tabled it. And
Yeah. The Knights are never an issue, although the Custodes tanks, they're
yeah, they
long
don't hurt
range.
Grotesque though.
Not the Grotesque, but it's the long range. They'll
Well, you,
kill
you
your.
deep
your-
strike. You deep strike units.
You could if you wanted to.
It all depends
We
on
have
the-
differing.
Yeah, me and
It's a strong-
Riven play
the
very,
Custodes.
very
We play
differently.
differently. It's
The
funny.
Custodes is a strong list right now.
It is.
Until something happens to
those
those tanks.
3 Calais tanks.
And when we played at our ETC
It was
game,
close.
it was down to
the wire.
last turn. If
And
we,
the last
if
seconds.
it went on turn 6, I won. If it went to turn 7, like it did, because he rolled it to go on, he then pulled 3 points on me and won.
Yeah,
Like it was
crazy close.
We had like and I was just moving across the table. Like I'm gonna get you, and he's just like I'm jumping
gonna
away and
roll
moving. It
lots
was
of
good.
decks.
It was
That
good.
was
It was an
fun.
awesome game.
That was at the Stutter Scrub.
Yeah.
That was a good game. Okay, guys, we're gonna end it here. Thanks all for coming down for night
Awesome.
fight
It was
number
great. Thanks for having
5. That was really fun.
Later, boys.
Awesome. Have a fantastic evening, everybody, and we will see you on the flip side. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
See you guys.
And that is the end of the stream.